Hello. Welcome. Welcome to 2022's Hack/Repeat, Volume 2, The Pain Ward. That was a great intro, wasn't it?
Excellent.
Yeah, that was very natural.
We need to save it for posterity.
Yeah,
Sure do.
clip that. That's it.
Okay, so welcome to the 2022 table that we're going to be sharing. But before we pull the table up, let's do some introductions. Let's start with the guy over here. Knight, why don't you do a quick introduction of who you are?
Starting with me.
Yep.
So my name is the Knight. That's what I was given at birth. And it's been weird for my whole life. I will be playing the Blair Witch this evening. So I will do the rest of my intro like it's so scary.
Love every bit of it. Oh, this guy, Mr. DarthCauley. If you'd introduce yourself.
All right, yeah. So, DarthCauley here. Most know me by Steven as well. I am a fan deck creator, and really excited to be testing this out with this Hack/Repeat here as we start off the October season. I will be playing Pinhead. I almost put the pins in me just for the stream, but decided against it for today.
Excellent. And now we have a real unmatched player over here. Unlike the rest of us. Darkblade, tell us about yourself.
So my name's Darkblade or Zach, and I haven't done a ton of custom stuff for a while. I used to do some of the playtest guild stuff when that was still going on the subreddit.
Yeah.
I haven't done most of my Ooh,
Is
nice.
it?
Yeah.
I definitely am looking forward to that because I played it for a bit, but then shortly after I kind of took a break, it fell off. So I've been doing a lot of like tournaments and stuff, as most people probably know who are watching this. Recently was in the grand finals for Summer of Legends, so that was a ton of fun. Didn't get first, but second isn't too bad. I'm really looking forward to this.
In the world, everybody.
I'm really looking forward to this. When Hubaris reached out to me, I was super excited to kind of get a chance to do some of the custom stuff again and have fun with that. So I'm playing Dr. Herbert West from Reanimator.
Thank you.
So looks like a really cool fighter.
So let's get one of the creators of this set, Hubaris. If you do a little introduction for yourself, that's you.
Oh wow!
I'll give you co-creator credit.
Co-creator credit. I don't even have to use like a weird like Italian pseudonym like from an old exploitation movie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Hubaris, I've been doing a lot of custom character stuff. If you've ever been on the Discord, you probably bumped into me in a whole bunch of channels. I'm kind of everywhere. Me and Cardboard have been kind of putting this together for the last, 8 months, six months, something like that.
Yeah,
it's been
probably around Christmas is when we got started. Yeah.
It's been a bit of a marathon. So we've kind of upgraded Hack/Repeat quite a bit, and we're really excited for you to kind of be able to print it out and play it this Halloween season. Because last time I think it was like in the middle of like some random time we did it, but this time we've been a bit more prepared. So we'll see how that goes. Probably playing Leatherface tonight. So.
All right. I'll do myself. I'm the other half of the duo. So CarboardHustle, my friends call me Mr. Hustle. Hack/Repeat is a fun little passion project. I make some fan decks. I don't make a ton of fan decks. I'm mostly known as the father of Banana Knight. That's really my only claim to fame. I'm the guy who kept hammering the Banana Knight. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'm a horror fan aficionado, and I like putting this together. And it was a lot of fun last year. It's a lot of fun this year. I can't wait to show off the table to everybody. And one last person you're on their channel, but they're not on stream. Poindexter G, say hello.
If you can.
Or not.
I had to get my headset on. Hello, I am back here playing producer today, and so yeah.
Yes. He is our tech master. He also did a little bit of playtesting for us on these fighters.
I did.
So.
I got to play a number of these characters. I played against all of them, and so these are some really great characters. I'm not even really into the horror genre a whole lot, and these are really great characters on here. So I'm excited to see them.
Okay, so let's jump into our table. So we have a new map for this year. Last year was Crystal Retreat. This year is the Pain Ward, and the Pain Ward is set in a nondescript hospital where you probably don't actually want to go to, but here we are.
It's where the only cure for pain is death.
That's right. So the Pain Ward is a tight and fighty map. There are a few major loops. So if we look around the operating room here, there is a major loop, and that is really the only major loop that we have here. Typically, you're going to see loops of 5 or 6 or less. It's pretty easy to get around the board quickly. This is not a map for hiders, so it really encourages everybody to get up in each other's business.
Did this used to have like a secret passageway here?
It didn't. I arted that in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, you mean going out the back door? Yeah. So we we did have a gimmick in this, and the gimmick just wasn't working. So we're like, well, what if we get rid of it, and what if we just make a tight map, and let's see how that works. And that's where we ended up. So nothing fancy on this one, but it is really, really bloody, and we're going to see a lot more blood hopefully tonight. And
well, Pinhead might call this the pleasure ward.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
perhaps.
I'm not going to ask any questions now. And
all right, let's get the let's do our character introductions, right? So we have some panels for that. We're going to pull up. We'll see what our fighters are for tonight.
We have panels.
We do. Yeah, so our first fighter for tonight is the Blair Witch. You know her from 2 movies at the end of 1999, around 2000-ish area. The Blair Witch places her stickmen around the board, which is the token you see on the back of her card back there, and she uses that to power up. So her goal is to be extremely mobile. She has a move of 3. She wants to get around the board and drop those stickmen down, because the more zones she covers with those stickmen, the more powerful her cards are, like the Witching Hour. The Witching Hour is her biggest shot, and on maps with a lot of zones, it can be very powerful. It can get up to an 8 or a 9. She has curses. She has 5 unique curses, which she can play on people. And the way they actually break those curses, once they have them on top of them, is they have to get to a stickman and discard 1 card from their hero. But of course, she's very good at moving them and moving other people and sending them places and getting rid of the stickmen. So whoever fights against her should get a feeling of being lost. And ultimately, the final card I'm showing off is Midnight Terror, where she can grab somebody else who's not in the combat, which could get real interesting in free-for-all, and make them the defender. So she's very elusive. She has very good survivability. Let's go on to the next one.
My favorite card back, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can thank an AI bot for that.
I saw, yeah.
Dr. Herbert West. If you know Dr. West from the 2 movies that he was in.
No.
Dr. Herbert West is a bit of a narcissist, right? He really only cares for his work, and he cares a little bit for Dan, but he treats Dan terribly, like he treats most people, but he just actually cares for Dan. Dr. West's big hook is that he feels he's more elite than every sidekick on the board, so he abuses the sidekicks. His ability is, if there's a sidekick in his zone, whether it's his or not, he can move it 2 spaces at the start of his turn, which means his sidekick Dan is nearly always in range to attack somebody with his pistol. One of his main cards is Reanimate. So if you have a dead sidekick, Dr. West will take your sidekick and bring it back to life, and it'll be his sidekick and not your sidekick anymore. That sidekick comes back with 3 health, and he's in control of it. Those sidekicks can turn into some infernal beasts, and if they surround you, they pull off a slightly better, potentially better, Jaws That Bite with their infernal beasts. And then finally, Dr. West doesn't like when people copy his work. He thinks all good ideas are his ideas. So he has a card called Your Work is Derivative, and I hope we get a good showing of that tonight. It plays out really interestingly. He has 4 of them in his deck. He will steal cards from players, and then he'll be able to use those card effects against them later in the game. So we'll see more of that when it actually pops up. So that is it for the Dr. West. Next slide, please.
All right, so I guess we can introduce Leatherface here. So Leatherface is from the hit movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. And Leatherface's big hook is that if he can get you down to 1 or less cards in hand, he can actually boost his attack. So his whole game plan is kind of built around harrowing you down and trying to exhaust you. And kind of your counterplay to it is either draw cards or run away. So it kind of like creates this tension where you're sitting at 3 cards in hand and he may have a bunch of action gains, and you may just decide, it's not worth attacking him. Unfortunately, Leatherface is a bit of a walking brick. He just takes a lot of damage, and he doesn't have a lot of defense cards. So sometimes kind of like the T-Rex, you kind of want to go in and get some hits in. You can't always be too scared. So you can see a few cards here. One of them is Overpower. His only feint allows him to cancel the effects of lesser cards and gain an action, very similar to a Jeet. Helps him to shave their hand down and catch things like dashes. You have Stitch Together, which allows him to steal cards that are defending, which allows him to use them to boost. So he can use it to advance his maneuvers or boost his cards. So he has no actual card draw in his deck, so this is actually one of the main ways for him to gain card advantage, is by stealing cards and then using them to boost. And last but not least, you see the Chainsaw Massacre there, and it's a big scary 5 with a lot of damage on it, but it requires him to not actually kill the target so he can move in and hit somebody else. So in a free-for-all, this thing hurts a lot. In 1v1, we find that it's not as spooky as it looks, but it is pretty helpful to getting through those reanimated. So he has a kind of a few tools at his disposal, but they take a bit of time to set up. And last but not least, we have Pinhead from the multiple hit movies, the multiple Hellraiser movies. Pinhead and his Cenobites are armed with a love of pain. So every time they take damage, they can move these chains around, and you'll see them on the map in a little bit. And whenever a fighter basically moves through the chains, if it's that fighter's turn, they take a little bit of damage. Now, this also hurts Pinhead and also hurts his Cenobites, so it's a very big double-edged sword. As you can see, though, a lot of his cards care about taking damage. Taste Our Pleasures is a momentous shift, but it cares if someone took damage this turn, so it's good as a second attack if you succeeded, or if you just want to run through the chains and throw a 5 out. Totally a thing you can do. Blood and Ecstasy kind of accelerates the game, dealing damage to fighters and having both players draw cards. And last but not least, you have Flayed Endlessly, which is Pinhead's signature card. As long as he took damage, he can return it to his hand, allowing him to have possibly an infinite amount of 5s, or at least until he runs out of health and dies. So managing those Cenobites and managing his health pool becomes a very big part of his game plan.
Okay, so those are some great intros. Let's see what our table looks like. Oh, what's this? This looks like somebody's been watching movies on our on our game table tonight. So if this table comes with a TV and VCR for watching all your favorite movies. Inside each of these boxes is a fighter. 2 of the boxes are actually for the maps, the Pain Ward and the previous generation Crystal Retreat. And what's fun is if you want some Easter eggs, I encourage you, when you download the table, to look through the front and the back of these VHS boxes. There's some fun Easter eggs inside of them, but we don't have to get into them right now. Okay, with that, I think we're ready to get into our first turn. It's a free-for-all tonight, so the Blair Witch is going to be kicking us off.
All right.
And she will start from position 1, and then we'll go clockwise around. So to go Blair Witch, Pinhead, Dr. West, and Leatherface. And I'll let you guys get cracking here.
All right. So I will start my turn, place a stickman in a space adjacent to the Blair Witch. I don't have any multiple zone spaces available to me. I will go there. And I will start the maneuver. Where do I want to go?
Now, for those who aren't familiar with free-for-all rules, you cannot attack somebody until they've either taken a turn or they are the person right after you. So, in this case, the Blair Witch can't just walk up to Dr. West and slam him in the face because he is player 3.
Yep, so. Pinhead is her only target, so she would have to move.
That's for a direct attack, though. They could play schemes against any character at the first turn.
Yes, they can, which is kind of a funny loophole. But...
I am going to do a second maneuver and go.
So Blair Witch sets up in the operating room. Not a bad move.
All right. I think Pinhead is up.
All right. Well, let's see. I have to look at my cards one more time.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn on turns here. So the knight, go ahead and hit your button, and it should go to Cauley. There we go.
Yeah.
So you guys should be able to keep track.
Nice.
Awesome stuff. All right, so I will maneuver. Boom.
Run through the chains. Run through the chains.
I'm tempted to. I don't have.
So
I don't know if I
Poindexter,
have
we have a
any,
request for spooky background music. I don't know if we have any, or we can do that.
Ooh, yeah, to get some
Could just do it ourselves.
Halloween soundtrack, maybe.
copyright-free music.
Yeah, I'd have to see what I can find on that. I don't know that I've got anything lying around prep. That's something
I'm sure there's some great
something I
royalty-free
didn't
music
think about.
online.
I'm sure there's something on
Baby.
YouTube you can grab, or Spotify.
All right, so I will boost this. Boom!
You can't boost with that. It has no boost value.
There's no boost value.
But I want it on top of my thing. Dang it.
That's why,
Gotta take
that's why it's
You gotta
zero.
take some pain.
All right. I'll just boost this one because less important right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There, I went through the chains. I'm gonna put Butterball here. 1, 2, 2. Like that. I will attack the witch
Me?
with Penny. Put it right there.
With Mr. Head.
I will show you pleasures beyond your own imagination.
Of course, we got the thespian playing Pinhead. That's great.
Okay.
Please go full Shakespearean.
So just so I'm reading these rules right, I'm maybe giving away a little hand knowledge, but Pinhead has already taken damage from the chains, so could not take more damage from the chains this turn.
Correct, yeah. They're
Yep.
basically deactivated, yeah.
Okay.
So while you guys are resolving that combat, the chains work like this. The chains can deal damage once per any player's turn, is the way to think about it, but only the active player can take that damage.
Nicely done.
So if you put the chains on an opponent and their turn is not till later in the round, at the start of that next round, they'll check, see if they're on the chains. If they're on the chains, they'll take that damage.
And then we'll mention really quickly, we have Revoke making an appearance from the Willow
Yes,
deck.
one of my favorites.
there is plenty of fun stuff to be found in these decks.
Yep.
Here. Sorry, I've got my waitress bringing me some water.
Ah.
All right, so yep. So basically,
Lucky
that
you.
interaction, he just canceled my shift. So
Yes.
no damage.
Would have been a 5 because Pinhead had taken damage, but I am a masterful in magic there. He says sarcastically.
All right. We're gonna rock out. Let's see.
Alright, okay. Cauley, do you mind hitting that button so we can get this tracker going?
Which button? Let me see.
At the
Where
top
are we
of
at?
TTS?
There
Yeah.
we go. I never
There you
used
go.
that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's so helpful, right? Even like tells you your turn's coming up.
It will cut like 30% of the time off your games.
It's so
Nice.
good. Alright, we got Mr. Herbert West. Oh, sorry, Dr. Herbert West.
Yes, of course. All right.
Dr. West only has access right now to Dan to use his
Yep.
ability, so where will he send Dan before he begins?
Let's see.
That's why
Can
I
the
cut
chains
Butterball
move?
out of there.
Yes, the chains can move. In fact, when Pinhead or a Cenobite takes damage, the chains will move 2 spaces, and that is
Yeah.
chosen by the Pinhead player.
I decided not to move it last turn, if that's okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
it will not move when you get damaged by the chains. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. Otherwise, originally that was
combat
based-
damage. Okay.
Yeah,
In
it
chain
originally
range.
originally used to bounce back and forth, and we just thought that was very silly, so we got rid of it.
That's a change. See ya, baby.
Okay.
She needs to be in the camera at all times, so I have to tell her.
Put him here, I suppose. And then
Future
my
thespian over there.
first action I'll have Dr. Kane attack Butterball.
What'd he do to you?
He's just, he's standing over there, kind of looking funny.
I got a feeling
Creepy,
Dr.
man.
West might want some fodder to reanimate.
Also very possible.
So I'm playing Sweet Suffering. So piercing shot, draw 2 cards. Oh, I actually take no damage.
That's a not quite common card, but kind of a common
Oof.
card that's getting reuse in Dr. West deck. Perhaps it's a different kind of shot, though.
Boom.
So because it passed through Dan first, Dan will be the one to take the damage.
Yeah, okay, I was going to ask about that.
Yep. First person to share that space. Gives you a bit of counterplay to them.
Then I will draw 2 piercing shot.
I love how the chains aren't a physical thing, so they just come up through the bottom of the miniature.
Yeah,
That's,
that is really neat.
That's a cardboard hustle
Special right there.
magic there, yeah.
Yep.
Collider magic, right?
Sure is.
I'm gonna start calling you Digital Plastic Hustle.
Yeah.
That's a terrible thing.
There was some fun stuff to put together in this map, so there's a few challenges I hadn't done before on this table in general.
Yeah, you really knocked it out of the park with this one, honestly. So.
Yeah, thank you. It's something we'll be able to expand upon in the future. All the VHS boxes have the fighters from Volume 1 and Volume 2. So
my agents will be in touch with you soon. Don't worry.
Excellent.
I'll go ahead and maneuver for my second action. And then I will move here.
Yeah, one thing while he's doing his maneuver, we'll find in this set is
that a third action though?
It is not.
Oh, I thought he moved.
I attacked first
Dr.
action
Kane.
because I moved the Dr. Kane in with my ability.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that ability.
You just ordered Dan to go into the danger zone, basically.
Yep.
I do. I like that ability.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It is surprisingly powerful.
Alright, and that should be me.
Press the button. There we go.
All right, so, then I really want to go for the female here. Standing there menacingly. So
That's what she does best. Kind of stands in the background and speaks in a low, gravelly voice, right?
I think we'll have Chop Top go for the female here. One of the Sawyers.
Oh boy.
Trying to shave that hand down.
I hear you.
Oh, another Sweet Suffering.
Bye-bye, females.
So you have 2 movement from that, plus the Sweet Suffering, so...
Yep.
Dr. West getting excited for the dead sidekick.
Oh, of course, of course.
Just chasing Dan around.
Won't leave Dan alone.
No, I know he's dangerous.
I'll gain an action.
Dr. West can reanimate 3 times. If he uses a card we'll see later, he may be able to reanimate more times if he makes that decision. So
I will maneuver.
if there are no other sidekicks, he can keep bringing Dan back from the dead.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So this is
Which I prefer him doing that than having 2 sidekicks at one time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you probably do.
Dan is ranged. So a thing I forgot to mention is that Leatherface's sidekicks are actually 2 health sidekicks. He does not have very many revives though, so you better keep them. Alive. So you know what? I'm going to move in with my second action, and with my third action, I think I'm going to take a swing at Blair Witch with Leatherface.
I'm so popular.
Yeah.
And this is your 4th player, so I get action next.
You do, yeah.
Right.
This is my last action for the turn. Alright, what do we get?
Terrorize. Okay.
Did not win.
You sure did not. Defender. might resolve first, perhaps. So I will.
Heard that somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
I do really like this Terrorize
Podcast or something is right.
Terrorize.
Yeah.
Terrorize has become a bit of a fan common card, so we put it in a lot of our horror decks.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot.
Hubaris, if you're okay with it, I'm going to move your health dial just a smidge, and that'll let me zoom
Absolutely,
in a little bit better. Okay.
There you go. Go for it.
Put right there.
Whatever works for you. And I am
Okay.
done.
Yeah, you move those health dials wherever you need to.
Yep.
So this is coming in underneath Leatherface here.
Oh, that's smart to get more.
And I can also flip over these for now since they're not in.
There we go.
So it's not confusing.
Okay. And I will attack
That looks
Leatherface.
a lot better there.
Attacking Leatherface.
Blair Witch going into Leatherface.
I already don't like this, so I think I'm gonna terrorize it. Oh, that's good. Good terrorize.
Mysterious appearance. So the Blair Witch can pull a
Stickman.
purple. Yeah, she can pull a stickman and turn that into a 5, and thus make Terrorize lose. So Zero Skater asks, what does Terrorize do? So Terrorize is kind of a two-sided skirmish. If you win the combat, you can move both fighters in the combat 2 spaces, and you can pick the order you do that in.
So it's great for harrying people into corners, getting yourself out of pins, chasing them down. Just gives a good horror feeling.
In Volume 1, it was very useful for shoving people through windows.
I am not a fan of my position right now.
Oh dear. That's a.
You are in the middle of it.
Now the witch is in the middle, but she's not helpless. She does have some escape abilities that'll let her get out of there.
Yeah, that one defense card is
Maneuvered and clicking the box.
There we go. Taking your chance with the Cenobite and the Sawyer instead of Leatherface.
Figure
I'm going
sidekicks
to
would be
attack
better than his.
the Blair Witch with Chatter.
I think I know what's coming. Okay, thank goodness.
Oh no.
Like Dr. Kane screwed.
Oh no.
Okay. So I may place the Blair Witch on a space with the Stickman.
She's out.
Just getting out of dodge.
Right.
Love
And
it.
then I will maneuver.
Now with Hell's Heart, he does get to choose if he wins or loses a combat, as long as it's the top card of his discard. So it's beneficial if he does not have any defenses, he can just play it and just choose to win. So it's better, kind of a consolation prize at the very least.
Right. All right, that's my turn.
And if I'm not mistaken, I take one now.
You do start at the turn.
Dr. Kane will take one from the chains. Do I want to use my ability?
You cannot actually.
I cannot.
No, there's no sidekick in your zone.
Oh, you're right. That's correct.
It used to be a global ability, and that was a little nutty.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
That was so crazy.
It's cool, but yeah, it seems a bit.
It was a
bit
little
much,
nutty,
probably.
yes.
It was just, who does Dr. West want to smite this turn? That was pretty much it.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
Okay. I think I will start.
Pinhead only has 3 cards.
You hush your mouth.
Oh man,
I was looking at that. I was
looking kind of
considering.
tasty here.
Yeah. I'll start with a maneuver.
Did we end up getting the spooky music?
I believe it might be in the Twitch stream, just not in our ears.
Alright, so I'll have to
Yeah,
put on my
in
own
there. I
spooky
really
music.
don't have a way to send it to you guys, unfortunately.
That's
That's
fine.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you ended up using the one I linked, it is there.
Yeah, it's the one that you sent me
Discord
there.
call we've got here.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's a nice look.
As long as our
Background.
viewers get to enjoy it.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I've drawn, I've not moved yet, and I've already taken the chains damage, so I can move through.
It can't get worse, yeah, exactly.
I want to do though, I have a lot of cards. Okay, I think...
Reanimate.
I think I'll go here.
Well, thank you for the compliment, John. We did spend a bit of time on the aesthetics of the cards. They all have kind of a different story. So the Blair Witch is AI based, because how do you represent an AI? How do you represent a ghost, right? You never actually see her in the two real movies. So I went with the AI approach because it's all suggestive of the witch, right? Of what she's doing in the forest. Dr. West, all his artwork comes from the title cards of his two real movies, which are they're excellent title cards. Like I just took them.
The shade that is going towards that third movie.
Yeah. And then in Hubaris' case, I think he got most of Pinhead from comic book series and fan art. Is that right?
Yeah, mostly fan art and stuff like that, and I threw it through like this weird digital stained glass looking thing.
Stained glass aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, there is that one Pinhead movie where they have a video game, and I don't know, for some reason the aesthetic stuck with me, so that was kind of cool. And then with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I just kind of like threw it through a filter, kind of burned the edges, make it look like it's been sitting in the sun for too long. Get that kind of 70s film grain. Yeah, so.
It's probably the only movie I've ever watched where I felt hot just watching it.
Yeah.
Like you can smell that movie when you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have
Dr. West is getting in the action.
Are you trying to carve up from Butterball? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Dr. West attack Butterball.
Dr. West has some interesting cards he can use here. Let's see what he does.
And I am going to choose to lose that.
Yep, makes sense.
Oh, nice.
Cool interaction. Yep, so I'll take 2.
And I take 1 to him.
Fresh Materials is a middling card, I like to call it. It lets the attacker deal a damage, or on the defender deal a damage to a sidekick. And you'll see that on a few of Dr. West cards. They grossly abuse sidekicks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you have the chains as well.
Yep, I get to move the chains. Yep, I'm looking at it. So I guess it is your turn. So
I've already taken the one.
We'll put it over here.
Let's
right
pop
there.
it. There we go.
It's just a crowded space.
Oh, I just got a TTS achievement for 500 hours.
All right.
Don't applaud too hard, okay?
All right.
I'm not proud of that yet.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay. Just popped up in the corner.
Rats.
All
Also,
right. Actually.
The Blair Witch doesn't take the damage now, right? It wouldn't be totally.
No, it's on your turn. Yep.
Yeah.
That's part of your turn.
You could still get out if we'll say Drain attacks you and you terrorize and swap spots and stuff. So you have some time to react.
I kind of.
Or if it's moved again by another card effect.
I like the idea that you could utilize my chains to damage your opponent if you switch places with them and they attack you.
Yes,
that's really cool.
Yep.
I've
Dark
honestly,
Blade, hit the button, please.
Oh yes. There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Leatherface,
So
tear it up.
tear it up. It's unfortunately maneuver. Oh, but we can do this. I've been waiting.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
Oh, how do we set this up?
So, for those of you that are fans of Dracula, I think we know what we're about to see here.
I don't know if I want to go.
That's
Pinhead.
perfect.
Maybe West. I think maybe West.
I'm gonna say Wes is about to build himself up with my Cenobites.
One.
So I do have a question in a free-for-all.
Mhm.
If I am eliminated from this, let's say, can West reanimate my sidekicks?
They're no longer in the game. They're not even defeated, right? So.
Right, you're just out of the game at that point. Now, it would have to be
Okay.
you and all your Cenobites being dead.
Unfortunately, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't go for Dr. West. It's a little difficult. But we will play Ravenous Abduction here, and I will abduct Pinhead and drag him in. Deal 2 damage to him, 1 for each of my Sawyers.
I get to move my chains.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. You could send him off after somebody else.
So I'm wondering. I think I'll keep him there.
You wouldn't want to leave him there.
Alright. So we've raveningly abducted our friend, so I am done my turn.
You forgot to move the chains.
I'm not going to.
But why?
The politics of chaining.
Blair Witch takes a ping, and she gets to set down a.
She has to set down
a stickman. She must set down a stickman. So she's looking for a double or a triple zone. There are no triple zones on this map, so a double is good as she gets.
That is deliberate.
Yes.
Putting no triple zones on this map is deliberate.
There was a time there was a triple zone, and the Blair Witch was like tossing casual 11s at people or something. It was a ridiculous number.
It was like 9. Yeah, 9's quite a bit of damage.
Think here. Pretend like I know how to play Unmatched well.
I believe in you.
You should ask Darkblade how to do that.
What you're going to want to do is maneuver into a corner and just hope that no one comes after you.
Wait in the free-for-all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you if I was genuinely just thinking about doing
I mean, I can see it working in a free-for-all, to be fair. It doesn't work as well in 1v1 all the time. It can.
Okay.
I don't know. The rules of Smash Brothers say that when someone's in the corner by themselves for too long, you gotta go for them, okay?
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's only fair.
I am going to stay there, and we will have our first card.
Nice.
Curse of Shivering, max hand size of 5. Dr. West, you have a very large looking hand.
I do indeed.
Okay. So, the way to break the curse, for those watching, the way to break the curse is the affected player's hero has to end their turn on a stickman and discard 1 card to lift that curse.
So, you gotta run your way over unless you want to keep that hand penalty, I guess.
So the Blair Witch, in a free-for-all, sometimes she can be a little strategic, right? So she could put it on a player who has no easy access to a stickman and really hurt them. So Pinhead is a good candidate, but he only has 2 cards anyways. So.
She could, but she wasn't.
But she didn't.
All right, let's see here. Let's maneuver.
Now, a lot of the characters in this set versus the first one do have a pretty large drop problem. They are a little bit more slow, a little bit more deliberate than the hack and slash of the very first set. So you'll notice that their playstyle is very different, but they do play pretty well with the our friends from the first set too. So
yeah, there were some surprises in that testing, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
We put Dr. West up against Ginger and Bridget from the first set, and we thought Dr. West would just run house because he could just pull Bridget and get rid of her. And what happened was Ginger just didn't stay next to Bridget, and she could run around Dr. West. She could run around Dan and get to Dr. West whenever she felt like it.
Nice.
So
I just built up my hand there, so I'm done.
Death.
All right, Darkblade's up then.
Okay.
Darkblade's in a position to actually use his ability. He has access to Dan at least.
Yep. And then as far as the curse goes, I assume that I would get the chance to try to get rid of it before it checks hand size at the end.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Before you would have to discard at the end of your turn.
Yep. Okay. I think I will go ahead and move Dan. I think I will move him.
Right on the chains.
You know?
It's very tempting.
Go here for now. And first action, I'll start. Yeah, you know what? It seems fun. So let's.
There we go. That's what it's all
going.
about.
Yeah,
That's
let's get this going.
I was about to say, like, everybody
Come
pay
to the
attention. That's how
casual
you get good at
side.
Unmatched.
Let's
Watch this guy.
reanimate. Yeah, I've had this card since my opening hand, and I really want to use it. So, question
You want
is, which of
the
these
female
two
or
do you
Butterball?
want? Which of
They
these
are
is
actually
fucking with their meat
identical.
shield?
Yeah. Yeah.
This
All
guy looks
of
like
these
he'll
are just
take-
aesthetic.
Take some more hits. Yeah, we'll put this guy up here.
And
in the
he
way.
gets 3 health now instead of 1.
He does.
Yep.
Yes, that's one thing. Single health sidekicks come back with 3 health, and they have access to the any cards in Dr. West's deck, and the opposing fighter does not control them at all. They are just out of his reach. However, if there is a card that references the sidekick directly, which can happen with a multi-health sidekick, that can still happen. So we've seen that in some other fan decks.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
Alright.
these 4 decks are tuned to work with each other. So hopefully we found all the loopholes in the language. Cross fingers on that one.
I will maneuver for my second action. Put Dr. West there. I'll put Dr. Kane there. And then I have to ditch a card to this, or ditch 2 cards, and I think ditching 1 sounds better. Just get rid of it. So which one do I want to get?
Just a question about the source material, Mr. Hustle.
Yeah.
Did they become doctors in the second movie?
Dr. Kane and Dr. West?
Yeah, because they were only med students in the first, if I recall.
Somewhere in between, yeah. Yeah, you're
Okay,
correct.
cool.
They were
I
residents.
wasn't sure.
Even the first movie,
I was just wanted to know.
Yeah, at the start of the second movie, they're actually in They're in Colombia doing field medicine or some kind of civil war, and then they come back to Miskatonic, and they're full doctors when they're admitted. So
There you
somewhere
go.
in between, they finish school.
So
After
speaking
murdering
of-
a bunch of people.
speaking about source material, fun fact is that the only one here that's not based on a novel is actually the Blair Witch. Her novelization did come afterwards, but every one of these characters is based on a horror book or pulp series in the case of West.
Did I take this back?
H.P.
Yep,
Lovecraft.
Gene, another copy of Fresh Materials. Get rid of the curse.
Drop that.
Hubaris, can you zoom in on Ravenous Abduction before you take your turn? For the watchers. Blow it up there.
There we go. Oh, that could get bigger.
Now we could have left it as Ravenous Seduction, but if you've seen the Sawyer family, that's not how they work.
Not at all.
A little bit of a harder style, yeah.
Not at all. Okay, so
They
we ready
teach
to
their
keep
own.
going? Yep.
That's true.
So
There's a
this
lock
is
for
hard.
every
I
key,
do
right?
Yeah, I do want to get in there though, but unfortunately I have to use to get Blair Witch. I do have an undead to go for, so let's. Leatherface is gonna maneuver, and let's try to harry the switch somehow. I can get to her about.
Now, Leatherface would really like for somebody to get low in their hand count, which is actually challenging for him to do in a free-for-all. So one-on-one, it's much more
not
common.
impossible though.
It's not impossible.
I'll move her one more time and build up this hands, get some combo cards going. Let's actually just walk right up to the Blair Witch. I think we'll do that, and I will pass the turn. Using those chains as my my deterrent for her to run away.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Alright, and I do get... Yep. Thanks for the reminder. We'll put this stick man back here. And I will... Oh god, I'm so stupid. But hey, we're playing casual.
This is a family-friendly hack and slash stream, okay? You're very silly.
On the
Very
map
silly.
covered in blood.
You should see how many blood templates he has.
Like 666 of them at least.
At least. Okay, so I will defend with the shift. Not ideal, but...
Okay. This one is...
He's rocking a 5. Okay.
Yep, 5.
Take another
So, the witching hour is powered up by the number of zones that are occupied by stickmen. And it doesn't pull any of them off the board. So its upper limit is fairly high. But right now it is a 5. Because he covers gray, brown, red, and blue.
Very nice.
And here's the thing, are you going to attack again? Knowing that I may have a discard in hand.
And also with that little hint that you gave us before that you don't have many defenses.
Yes, Leatherface does have a pin the prey in his deck.
Nice.
A few of them actually. I think it's 3. So
Terrifying.
terrifying indeed.
Oh. Okay. I will maneuver and just bounce 1. Oh, this is not a great situation.
Yeah, there's not many places to run on the
It
Van
might be
Ward.
worth it to run through those chains, so but it's your call.
I already didn't do that.
Alright, he hit the button, that's it. It's too late.
Button has been pressed.
All right. Let's play here.
Pinhead back in
Okay.
the corner right now.
Yeah. Choosing
Fighting
to be in the
its time, I
corner.
think. Yeah.
He's just enjoying everyone else attacking each other, you know?
He's kind of
just like,
watching.
sweet stuff, right?
Yep.
We have so much to show you. Let's see. I'm going to attack that Sawyer there.
Drayton? I think Drayton's gonna turn to Chili. Oh, okay. He's only gonna take 1 damage. Not bad. Oof.
There were 2.
But I will take a damage and get an action.
Alright, so that also allows you to move the chains too. Because you do take damage.
Yep.
The chains too.
No. Go
Ooh,
the other direction. Oh.
a little ambitious there, but that's interesting. Cutting off the fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, I confused it with that one card that moves at 3.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, you got my hopes up.
There we go.
Into Drayton again?
Actually, hold on. Can I take that back?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going for West.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That one back.
All right.
Does that
so
stickman get removed now that he used it for the?
it does not.
Okay.
Nope. There's two cards in the witch's deck that remove stickmen from the board. One is for healing and one is for attack.
Cool. Well, Drayton's getting
Yeah.
attacked again.
Yeah, she's very much like Sattler in that sense. Like she has this flow. Sorry, Drayton.
Piece
There's
by
a
piece, taking them apart.
There's a golden path for the witch that if she runs it, she can get them all out in her first 4 turns, but it's real hard to do.
Yeah.
Like get them in their optimal positions.
Yeah.
Not with this many other fighters on the map, there isn't.
It's
No,
pretty
this is bloody, but it looks like we are cleaning up the board a little bit, one step at a time. Can we hit the button for
Hit the
Dark Witch?
button.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, right? It does speed things up though. I love it. It has a little beep sound. It's very satisfying.
I don't hear the beep sound.
And there's a little beep it makes.
I might have the volume down on tabletop.
Yeah, the music was really annoying for me too on the front page, so I just shut I think most of the sounds off.
Yeah, why do they do that?
You can turn that off in the settings.
Can you?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Oh.
man. Best news.
But this is the #1 reason to join this stream tonight is to find out how to turn off that tabletop simulator music.
Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe it's time for another open office hours on the
I did not
restoration
last long
Discord of like
before-
how to use tabletop.
Before turning that music off, I couldn't deal with it.
Okay. So I take 1 from the chains, and
Ouch.
then I can use my ability on either of my sidekicks here.
These little markers came out really well for the
They did.
the West Sidekicks. I do like that.
Yeah, that's probably a better solution than just changing the color of the sidekicks like we used to.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'll put Kane there. Alright, and then I will start with a maneuver.
Now, just for my own ego, Poindexter, how many people do we have watching?
Let me look.
There you go.
We have 12 right now. At one
12?
point we had 22.
Yeah.
No way!
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
wow.
cool.
Let's
Yeah,
just reiterated this a
zero
little bit earlier.
Came over with.
And then you guys weren't entertaining enough and they left.
Yeah.
Ah!
They're like,
They
we
saw
want
my
it
face. They're
unmatched.
like,
We don't
"Oops,
know-
I'm out of here."
We don't know what.
I'll have
this
to lash
nonsense
myself
is.
after.
But we're like, but we've got Darkblade. Stay, guys.
Fine.
Of Dr. West attacked the Blair Witch.
I was only half joking to Cardboard earlier. I'm like, oh, we got Darkblade. We're gonna break at least 10 today.
We just needed Gary. That's what it was.
Alright, I think
Aw, thanks, Mike.
Blair Witch is getting slammed
Mike!
by.
Mike's here? That's awesome. And,
Sidious is in the chat, so is Tommy Elliott. Wow, we've got
and
got our
Tommy
celebrities
John.
here.
All right.
Uh,
Hey, I'm repping today. Radio Raptor Resistance gear.
Oh man, I want this. I want this so bad. Play that defense card. Do it.
what? Yeah, sorry.
Are you? Is it Dan attacking or West?
No, it's West attacking.
It's West. Yeah, I'm making a hard decision.
All good.
All right.
I like how you blocked off all the stickmen escape routes.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
not
a good
bad.
mistake.
Alright.
Not bad.
Okay.
So you'll get your Terrorize first.
That's true. What the heck do I want to do with it, though?
Hey,
That is my
Terrorize is a
question.
great work to steal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great card to
Um,
steal.
It
Definitely
is.
not upset about that.
Yeah, so if we can
Okay.
get a zoom in on your work as derivative there from somebody.
I can do it. There you go.
There we go. So this is going to
Yeah.
let Dr. West take the Terrorize card and keep that effect for later. So next time he plays a Your Work as Derivative, he can turn that into a 3-value Terrorize card. Which could be useful, could not be useful. Just depends.
Does give him a lot of options though as the game goes on.
It does. Sometimes he'll grab something really useful, like snatching a Pin the Prey is just excellent, because then you end up with a 3-value versatile Pin the Prey.
Yeah, that was. I was kind of hoping for the one that swaps her with someone. I thought that would be pretty hilarious. to figure
Could
out.
make her jump around against her will, yeah.
Yeah.
I did finish my move from Terrorize, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Cool. And so then I take this and put it next to my character card.
Oh,
So
everyone's out of reach constantly. I guess I have to boost.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
I believe that
I
was my
actually know if
second
Leatherface can do more damage from attacks, but he just looks like he can, so I'm running away.
I don't know, right?
That's very fair.
Kind of a giant chain
Yeah, I
call
believe
there.
that was my second.
He's
action,
kind of a lot slower than he looks. On the maneuver. Let's go. You know what? We'll actually boost this because Leatherface hasn't really done much this game. So let's chuck away this. Oh wait, something's not right. We'll chuck away the stitch together, but I feel like 1 sec. Oh, I drew from my discard pile. That's why I'm like I have an extra momentous shift here. I will maneuver, and I will boost the stitch together. So
That would be a really cool mechanic for a fighter, like some way that they can draw from their discard file.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
no!
It's called Daredevil.
Oh no! Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's fair.
We've seen that already.
Yeah, no, thank you.
What you're
cover my
telling me is
flank.
It would be derivative.
It would be derivative exactly. So let's throw Leatherface into Dr. Dan Kane here.
Okay.
It's not the worst move. Dan is a big threat to sidekicks.
Yeah, especially the Sawyers here. They don't have a lot of defenses to use, and don't want them to get picked off. very much like Dracula's sisters. You can't really just throw them away.
And
Oh.
I was hoping it wasn't that, but
All right, we overpowered the field medicine though.
no. Quite rough for me.
All right, so I will gain an action. I did catch it. Okay, so who has no cards? Blair Witch is 3. I could have probably set up a big combo there, but let's make another attack into Dan. Oh, scientific method.
But Dan is going to go down, but I believe I'm going to draw 3 off of that.
Pretty good. Sometimes a simple momentous shift, all it takes. Alright, I am done.
Hey.
Witchy time.
Yeah, what the heck am I gonna do?
She is pinned in right now.
Oh, and I do have to put a stick
You do.
down. Put it over here.
That's unfortunate. Just because that zone's already covered, so.
Yeah, I'd like to get more red cards. though.
She'll get out eventually.
Oh gosh. Man, this free-for-all stuff is for the birds.
This is how I felt earlier in the game, but now somehow I'm by myself.
Yeah, Pinhead's just like hanging out.
I really need to shark whoever's at like 2 cards in hand. I can't just sit around.
He's waiting for someone to solve the puzzle. Then he'll pop in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be Dr. West. He's going to deck himself in like 3 turns at this rate.
Oh man, drawing a million cards, yeah.
I know. He's done piercing shot. He did scientific method. Like he's loaded.
I am just going to double maneuver and stay put.
It's actually not doing too bad.
So
I'm going to
that
have
was
to
enjoyable
maneuver.
streaming action. Double maneuver without moving.
Without moving, it's even spicier.
Come on, Shatter. Alright, Pinhead's gonna go into Chop Top.
I don't like any of this right now. I'm gonna unfortunately take it. Oh dear. Okay.
Alright, I get to choose up to 2 cards. They shuffle those 2 cards into your deck and draw that many cards.
Ooh.
Okay.
So pop those face down on the board because I don't think the other free-for-allers are supposed to see those.
Yeah, it's reveal. It's reveal.
Oh, it is? To everybody?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says reveal.
It is reveal.
Alright.
So I got.
Too
I keep drawing
momentous.
for my discard. Sorry, I keep drawing for my discard because of this lag. I'm having a bit of ping problems here.
Still,
Yeah,
just
just
wants to be
6
seen.
momentous shifts. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, so we got.
This is actually a very defensive hand for
I know I
Leatherface.
haven't found basically any of the red cards yet. I'm a little cheesed.
Well, this might
put
help
those,
you do so.
Put those back and draw 2 more, my friend.
All right, we'll come back as a different person, I guess. Let's see what happens.
That's a fun card, though.
All right, I'll draw blood ties back to my hand.
Alright, I've sent it over.
So I take 1 on my reanimated butterball.
Reanimated
Wow,
blood.
So many tokens on this.
Later there.
It's now a whole turkey.
There we go. Got him. I'm gonna move him here with my. Oh no, can't because I'm not. I thought I was in. Never mind. Would've been nice. Yeah. So no ability, and then I will start with a maneuver.
Really?
Yes. Quite shocking.
It's
I
hand
know.
in hand.
West is taking it nice and slow.
Yeah.
The ball almost does chains.
All right, grab them step by step. Here you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Good
Good old tabletop simulator.
Yeah, let's. Send them over here. I'll go. Be right next to Leatherface. That's a good question. Probably not. We'll go here.
I did just lose 2 big cards from the such sites.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he totally didn't draw like 2 attack cards.
2 Chainsaw Massacres from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Chainsaw Massacre, Chainsaw
Massacre. Be back here, maybe.
There's an
And then
option
we're
there.
gonna have our reanimated Butterball go after this former master buddy dude here.
What
And
was
I
their
think
relationship?
all
Were they
attack-
colleagues?
Yeah, I think it's probably colleagues, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Pinhead seemed to kind of run the
Oh.
show, but
Hello, angels.
yeah.
Yes.
Well,
They
Angel's
just- they
son,
all
yeah.
just, like, you know. Alright, I think I'm going to
Devil's two
Yes.
others.
this one.
Not the best play with this card, but
So mine's a 4 currently.
perfect. That's perfect.
It's a 5.
All right.
It's pretty nasty.
Yep. Death is just the beginning, pulls its attack power from the graveyard of the person it's attacking, so this is a 5.
Yep, I'll take that too, so I can move this right onto Leatherface.
I deserve it.
Yeah.
I haven't done much, so I deserve it.
The highest
Value.
the-
I was
that
thinking
card
boost
can go
value. That's my bad.
in this
yeah.
set is a 6,
Okay.
because
Yeah,
there is
I-
a printed 5 in the set.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Actually, a
I
couple of them.
didn't read printed. I thought boost, so that's why I thought it was only a 4.
No, it's pretty big.
Even better. I'll take it. Okay, and then I believe that is my turn.
Alright, I will bleed at the start of my turn, and I'm gonna get out of here. I think I don't like this. Let's see what are people's hand sizes looking like. Which is fine. So, go 1, 2. Drop nubbins 1, 2. Since we already took some damage, this turn's not too bad. And nubbins will go into the Blair Witch.
Does she have a marked for death? This would be a good time to play it. She does not.
Okay. She's out of the pin though.
I am out of this forsaken corner.
Alright, I will draw a card and gain an action though off of Slaughterhouse.
Ooh.
Blair Witch is that back out in the open?
Alright,
She took 2 on that, or did she take none? Let me see. Oh,
should take 2, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet.
And then we'll go Leatherface into the Blair Witch, maybe?
no, I was just wondering if it worked like a bewilder or not, but it doesn't.
No, it's
Okay.
not. No, it's not. I'm actually, I'm gonna actually maneuver. I'm not gonna.
We don't do bewilders at Hack Slash Repeat, just so we're clear. Y'all can keep that word out of your mouth in this stream.
I mean, we do have Midnight Terror, so.
We do have Midnight Terror.
Alright, you're.
There's a couple of fly monkeys every here and there, you know.
I mean, the original Pinhead created a Cenobite at the start of your turn by taking 1 damage, and you'd have up to 3 Cenobites, and they all were able to use Pinhead's cards. And he had like this pain form that healed him. He had the 7 that you could boost against. It was pretty cool. So
Seems
Wow.
derivative, but you know. So yeah, those wondering about Dr. West's card, your work is derivative and how that works in the rest of Unmatched, and the answer is it kind of doesn't. It will get really
what a
bonkers
rules
to play
nightmare.
it with other stuff, and you're welcome to resolve those rules on your own and not ask me about it. So it is totally made to work within this set.
And the previous one, yeah.
It's like
So-
Deadpool, you know, he's not going to make any rulings on that.
Correct.
Okay. Attacking
Which is going
Chatterer.
hard into Chatter.
Yes.
Let's see if he defends that Cenobite.
I don't think I will.
Oh, okay. Keeping his
Okay.
hand up.
This would have been fun. I would get to move you onto the stick man and it has chains on it, but you're dead.
Cool beans.
I will remove this stick man from the board that is doing me nothing.
So I have to move the chains.
Oh no.
First down, moving the chains.
You want to move it under Leatherface?
No, I do not.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that should be me.
Duly noted.
Interesting. Okay.
Alright, I'm maneuvering. I will attack the Blair Witch with Pinhead.
Well, I should have left that stick man on the board. This is my heal.
Oh.
No, you can only go back.
Oh no!
That's why I put those chains right there for you.
Oh, you didn't win.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. Power of the Dark Force is only a 2.
Yeah.
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 Oh no.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the
You're
chain.
locked next to the Leatherface as
So-
well.
And
take
you've got your
one,
next turn, you have a 0 move, my friend.
but then I go 1,
Does heal up.
2, 3.
So for those unfamiliar, 0 moves a mechanic we use a lot. Your move is set to 0, but you can still boost to run away.
Right.
It's more like you're like entangled or you've been knocked down or something like that. So
Makes sense.
And that's my turn, I believe.
it's a big torment. We very rarely see that card do anything, so it was actually pretty cool.
True. It's fun to see it go off.
I was hoping that, with the 4 cards had a chance, but
Yeah.
It's a little mitigated with the healing up front, but yeah.
yeah.
Everybody honestly is still doing pretty fine, so y'all need to start. Let's see some double attacks here.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm gonna try.
Alright, I will start with a maneuver, because I unfortunately cannot double attack currently. Then I will go here. I'm actually gonna go here and here. And I'll have Dr. West attack Leatherface.
I don't like this.
Dr. West, so Leatherface is showing a high value card on his discard. That could be a thing.
Yeah. Let's
See
throw
what
down
he
a 2.
throws. Ooh. Oh my.
Okay.
Derivative.
It's not bad.
Okay, so I'll turn this into a Terrorize.
Yep.
Well, the effect, I'll get that up
And he
there.
does win the combat.
So he has the Terrorize effect.
Yep. I will...
Are you trying to help the Blair Witch here?
Maybe.
Why is that
Or
funny?
just-
I'm very
Just
charming and
great.
people like to help me.
Here, you can take this killing floor for later, though.
So Dr. West has extended his library. He now has access to the Terrorize effect and to the Killing Floor effect.
That's a
Which-
nice effect to have.
The Killing Floor is not a bad one because he actually now has a better version of Killing
He
Floor
can-
and
yeah,
a
he
worse
can
version
run.
of Terrorize. Which, how do you balance a card with a crazy effect? Like your work is derivative, you make it so most of the things you grab, maybe 3/4 of the things you grab, you make a slightly worse version of it, but that quarter that you get, that you make a better version of it, is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Am I up? All right. Yep. Let's hope the witch has nowhere to escape. See if we can get a big turn here. Let's make an attack with our witch with Leatherface.
I think I'm gonna take this one.
Good one to take. It's just a 1.
Take.
Good call, good call. And
Steal some
don't
good
give
thing.
Leatherface a card.
Yeah, I need that.
You shouldn't have said big attack. It was obvious.
I know. I should have said this. Here's the 5. Here comes the 5.
Yeah.
I will unfortunately maneuver because my entire plan hinged on that going off. So we're gonna.
Oh, no.
Yeah, one of the themes of this set is taking cards and using them for your own devices, and Leatherface's stitched together basically gives him a boost value in his pocket to use for later.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have to take one right off the bat for the chains. I will place this one over here. Okay.
West is still sitting with 7 cards in hand.
So I will maneuver.
You have to boost that maneuver. You're stuck at 0, right?
Oh, right. Good call.
Is it worth
And that's for the whole darn turn, isn't it?
whole turn?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And he's just over there doing his own thing. No one's bothering him.
Yeah.
She came over to bother
you're
me
right.
earlier. That's why I had to send her out.
Yeah, you're right. No one is bothering him.
Yeah. Maybe Dr. West will send Butterball over there to do
He
something.
had Butterball on me for a while. He ran away that last time.
Oh, boosting
I'll use
with
that
boosters
to
and
boost
bands.
2, but I am just gonna
Dear.
land
Yeah,
right
either of those.
here,
Goes to Greg.
I think. And then I am going to, I'm gonna make sure everyone knows this.
You're gonna curse yourself.
Good idea.
Yeah, cursing Pinhead right now would be so perfect because he can't do anything about it.
I know he's nowhere near a stick man.
Yeah.
I
just
think that's
absolutely
exactly
hosed.
what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
Cursing Pinhead,
Ooh, his defense
Oh,
is
that's
down.
bad.
and all defenses have -1 value, so just other players make of
You gotta
that
avoid
what you will.
So whenever Pinhead plays, it's only the hero. So, but it looks like he has no sidekicks. So that's
Yep.
Back to the corner.
All right, hit the button.
All right, I think that's Cauley's turn.
Hit the button,
You have
Mr. Knight.
Oop.
Thank you.
Good call.
Mr. Knight is copyrighted right now in the Unmatched community. We can't use that.
Yes.
It is licensed, and we are not on Vorpal board right now.
Hold
okay?
on. Oh wait, that's Disney at my front door. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Now, actually, that's a funny thing for anyone here. I don't know. How many of these franchises are actually owned by Disney? Cardboard, do you know off the top of your head?
I don't know who owns what studio now from back in the 80s and 90s. I think, gosh, I don't even remember. Well, TCM just came out with a new movie this past year, and it's on Netflix, so it's probably not Disney. I think Lionsgate might own Pinhead. I'm not sure, honestly. Reanimator, I have no idea, but really they need to get a 4th movie out before Jeffrey Combs dies.
Jeffrey Combs is so good in that.
You know, he's not too old. I mean, he's early 60s, but I would love to see him get another movie as the Reanimator.
All right, Mr. Combs.
Jeffrey Combs.
So,
That voice.
Butterball enters the combat.
And
Butterball rolls in.
I could start swinging at the witch here. She doesn't have too many cards left.
Mm-hmm.
However, that Pinhead fellow over there is just kind of chilling. I feel like he's
That
missing
-1
out on some of
defense.
His defense is
missing
low.
out
and
on
his-
some of that sweet pain,
yeah.
He
His
does
defense
like
is
the
only
pain, though.
moderate to start with.
Yeah.
Here and here.
Can
And
you
I
bring us some
will-
water?
Attack.
Yeah, you want any more?
the Reanimated Butterball.
Here you go. All right.
Reanimated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So
Oop.
2, and then no extra damage because Butterball will die to the reflection damage.
No, I didn't lose. Oh, I did lose. You're right. Yep.
You
Bye-bye.
totally lost.
Give me him back.
Yep, there you go.
I've been wanting him back.
Oh.
All right.
And then you get chains if you
Chain
want.
I get to move the chains. I want to keep going after Blair Witch here, or what? Actually, no, just put them on your list. Take your damage.
Were they 3
You sent them too far. They can't go
I
near.
keep forgetting about that card.
Yeah,
Okay.
since you played that first, yeah.
I think it's fine, actually. I'm alright.
Just the witchy. Actually, you know what? I'll put it here so I can get multiple people that want to go through it.
There you go. The chains is the real MVP of his deck.
Yep. It just drains people over the course of the game.
Yeah.
True.
Alright. I think that's everything, right?
Yep.
I need some bigger cards. This is like, oh my gosh, this hand is like, I have terrible luck. I honestly have no idea how I played this game.
You should ask the guy sitting next to you. He'll tell you how.
Just draw better, apparently.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the answer.
Just draw the right cards, it's easy.
Just draw the right cards. I think I actually have to back up from the Blair Witch because as much as I'd like to go in, I'll maneuver more time.
Both these cards are really scaring you, huh?
I have nothing I can actually attack with right now that is valuable. Alright.
Blair Witch is back. She gets to set down her stickmen. She's covering 3 zones right now.
Correct.
Okay, so I did a little digging here. Herbert West, the film rights to that would be through MGM at this point. Pinhead is owned by 20th Century Films, which is owned by Disney. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like owned by some company that's like owned by a Chinese company. And then Blair Witch is Lionsgate.
Alright.
Which I cannot.
There we go.
Yeah. So
do we think what? So what are the odds of Disney doing a Pinhead movie, Hellraiser?
Well, there's a new one coming out, right?
On
There
Hulu,
is, actually.
Possibly.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
can see that.
Yeah,
I mean, they do have Alien and stuff on.
and they did just do a Predator. Do they own Predator? Or that's separate.
I have no idea.
Don't know if
Because
they
they did
own
just
it or if
release
they just
Prey,
got
and
the-
that's
don't
in
know
the
if they
Predator
own it or if
franchise.
They just got the rights.
Rocking a hard place here.
Not really. It's just some of these cards are hard to position up. All right, let's see.
So Cauley is probably hoping to get a Lament configuration, which is the scheme that will let him get back his Cenobites.
Kind
He
of.
has to, but he has to be in a hero zone, so that means he's gonna either end up adjacent to West or adjacent to Leatherface to do it. So he needs that fodder back, though. I think. Deck sizes look actually pretty even. The Blair Witch actually had 14.
Which is surprising, because the Blair Witch has not played a Witch's House yet, which is her
Yeah.
card draw.
I don't think any of us have found any of the card draw on these decks until that scientific method and that piercing shot.
Piercing shot.
All right, that's me. Hold my hand up.
Alright.
It's going to be a bloodbath in the late game.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I want those momentous shifts back.
Dr.
Any
West
good
is up.
horror
He
movie
does
needs
not
to
have a
slow burn
sidekick
at
rate.
first.
These are all like slow burn horror movies. It was kind of the theme we originally wanted to start with. And then it kind of did lose a little bit of that, I think, but I guess horror movies that aren't really considered horror movies in common sense.
The Blair Witch
Yeah.
is like the first 40 minutes is just people walking through the woods
Yeah.
at each
Right.
other, not even at the stuff going on.
Yeah.
So if anybody's actually listening in the chat, toss in your suggestions of what should go in Volume 3. I'd be interested to see what people come up with.
We have a few fan favorites that we keep getting asked about.
We
Freddy.
do.
Freddy's like the big-
Freddy comes out.
Freddy comes up a lot. I find that the big problem we have with Freddy is fitting him into a set because he's generally like a solo fighter, right? And we always have like a million solo fighters to work with, so we try not to do 2 solo fighters in one box usually.
Correct.
So
I'll maneuver.
as a general rule, you want to go for a big name or two, and then somebody who you wouldn't consider but makes perfect sense, and then somebody that gives a big WTF factor when you hear they're in this.
Yeah, your Bloody Mary and your Yanengas in the.
Yes.
Which seems a little.
So we got a Freddy request from Tommy Elliott, of course. Everybody's asking for Freddy. Michael Myers. So Michael Myers' problem is he doesn't have an actual personality, which makes it hard to get cards for him.
Would make it interesting to have his mother be the main villain.
Yeah, or to make him not Jason Voorhees. You know, that's kind of the challenge.
You could do like a Thorn Cult version. That would be terrible.
Yeah.
Like Michael Myers doesn't have a personality, but we're not going to say that Jason and Leatherface are a hoot at parties. Like,
yeah, true.
I don't know if you've seen
Jason has
the second. Jason's been in space.
I'm just waiting for Leprechaun to show up. Okay.
And if you saw the later Texas Chainsaw Massacres, like Leatherface is a hoot. So
we need Leprechaun in space, and we need the critters.
So the Langoliers is a really interesting one. I would totally investigate that. We could do some Stephen King stuff. Pennywise is Stephen King, obviously.
Let me get some cards.
Okay. Dan used the gun. So it's just a 4 on a 3. Dan used the gun as the big sidekick killing card from Dan.
Oh, I can't use that. My bad.
Oh, you sure can't. That's a Dr. Dan Kane card.
Yeah.
We'll pretend we didn't see that. Quick.
All right. Shut down the stream.
Shut down the stream. That's it.
Yeah. So, in case you end up changing what you want to block with, that's what we can do here. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of all these moves. Like if she swaps with Nubbins down here, I can take him out with that card. Yeah. I think that it was the other doctor that can use it.
Yeah. They're both medical professionals, but they are both very different.
Dan carries a gun.
Yeah, Dr. West is just jacked if you look at his mini, though. Like, look at
yes, he is. Which is funny, because in the movie, Jeffrey Combs is not a large man.
Nice, tiny guy.
Yeah, he's a small guy.
Is it another witch's house?
It's just going to be another 4.
Haha, I changed it.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
Yeah, I felt that it was fair to just throw the blank 4 again.
Throw him into the chains. Throw him into the chains.
I am going to do that.
The witch can move herself as well.
It's almost like a wrestling match. Quick, throw him into the chains.
And yes, everyone, I am having trouble navigating here. Hopefully, I'm not making all of you drunk or dizzy or something.
No, you're fine. The pumpkin ale's doing that job.
All right.
Pennywise, I think, is a great suggestion because he has a huge personality, right? And it would totally be the Tim Curry one, not the later one.
Let's play a Furious Zeal. Let's move Leatherface into space.
You could do a full Stephen King.
We really could.
Pennywise and Jack Torrance and Carrie and.
Now, somebody suggested, Green Tiger suggested the Were-Rabbit. There is a horror movie I encourage everyone to look up called Night of the Lepus, in which they take cuddly bunnies and make them look like murderers. And they just look like cuddly bunnies that ate ketchup. So, worth looking up.
They watched Monty Python and were like, this for a horror movie.
Oh, yeah, because the -1, I didn't even realize that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get to do your discard after, or this will go after the discard, so this will still be the top card.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is nice for you.
Let's try putting you in a pin here. Okay, and then we'll resolve the pin the prey. Go on, discard a card. I would appreciate
I
would appreciate it, but you don't have to, no. Oh no, the Torment. Yeah.
Okay. Torment was discarded. That's the card that lets him move people onto the chains and keep them parked there.
And I will move the chains over here for taking that damage up into your sidekick to kill him.
Fair enough. I will finish my maneuver though, actually. So let me just. Sorry, a bit of lag here. We'll go 1-2, and then I'll take the damage on him. 1-2, and I will end the turn. Go ahead.
All right.
Killer Clowns is a very good suggestion as well. You may not know, people may not know this, but there's just a ton of Killer Clowns because they would mix and match the costumes in the movie, and they've actually named all the different combinations that they put together. So there's like 40 of these guys.
What was that other clown movie, Terrifier? That came out like what was it,
yes,
a few years ago. Yeah, with
I saw that. Yeah,
another one's coming out too. So
there is.
it's
Yeah,
actually pretty fun. Yeah.
Well, it's about time I start using my range. I kind of feel like I forget that I have it.
Yeah, you're the only range fighter other than Dan.
Did Wes take damage there when he went on the chains, by the way?
When it was my turn,
Terrorize,
yes,
yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the social deduction element of doing something like the Thing, that would be really interesting.
Ooh,
I don't know if we can work it in because we do have a fighter that nobody's mentioned that has a very unique redundant, has a unique mechanic that we're already going to have to figure out if we can even make it work. And adding that to the Thing would be challenging, but there is a year, so maybe.
I feel like we might be maybe even the Thing as a map. You know, like
That's a good one. Could do an Arctic map. Yeah.
maybe like even like an optional game mode or something like that
Yes.
with it too, with a Thing.
I
like a
just now
one-person
got that you were talking about the Thing and not just speaking vaguely.
Yes.
Oh no, not the Thing to be confused with Red either. That's a different thing.
yes.
Yeah, so the Lost Boys. No, there's enough vampires in this game already. I'll hard shut that one down.
Oh, knowledge of the craft.
Oh no, it didn't work.
Yes.
Oh.
The
So
witch
I will
turns
be-
that to a 5, and West takes a damage. Knowledge of the craft does not go off.
So that's our second Buffy card that we've seen so far in these decks. Maybe we might see the third one. I'm not sure. Dr. West is maybe stewing on it.
So I will say for another suggestion we got for Leprechaun, and those words have definitely come out of our mouths already. So
Okay.
good
I'm
suggestion.
hitting you again, Dr. West.
How about Tremors? Does that count?
It could count. It's a little goofy, but maybe. Yeah. I mean, so is Killer Clown, so whatever.
Okay. This is
I still want to work on my
Island.
Delbert McClintock deck from Arachnophobia.
Ooh. Oh, this is an
Mark-
interesting one to get derivative on.
Yeah. Ooh, that's really nice.
Okay.
It is. So Dr. West has to choose which effect he wants to employ in this combat right now.
Yep.
Will it be the Terrorize or will it be the Killing Floor?
That's
So
really
yeah,
tough,
you're
actually.
on a stick man, so you'd be able to move off with the Terrorize and not take the extra damage.
Yeah, that is pretty appealing. However,
Or
the
you can
heal,
trade with the
I
Killing
mean, it
Floor.
offsets some of the damage I take here. Because I'm taking one anyway.
How
So if I
spiteful
don't
do you
move
deal?
off, I take one and then deal one. If I do the Killing Floor, I net take one and deal one. And then if I do that, I take one, but I don't. But I get to move us, which could be nice.
How greedy are you feeling, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Dr. West has had pretty good pickups on your work as derivative this game.
Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is yeah, I think I'm actually going to use the Terrorize. So I will go here and put Blair Witch there.
Alright.
And then I take one.
Ouch.
And then I grab that and put it in my
It's
collection.
almost like bloody hell.
Okay, and so that's me.
Alright, Mr. Pinhead.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh.
there's the
I guess that's me, right? Yeah.
Lament configuration. Let's gives him the opportunity to bring back some Cenobites. And
Alright,
he's
grab a
doing it
card.
at Leatherface's expense.
Alright, he stole the blood ties. So the
Two
card is
Cenobites come back to the game.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Now,
Alright.
Jason, you could... Or Jason, I'm sorry. Leatherface could see this as an opportunity, perhaps.
The pin
True.
becomes the penny.
Yeah,
Conga line
Butterball's
of
going to attack Leatherface.
The conga line of death. I will pin
Yep.
the prey here. Angels to some. Okay, so I'll take 2. I will pin the prey on Butterball. We'll go 1, 2, 3,
I mean,
4. Let's give myself some. Oh no, I don't want to put him in West Zone. 4.
Sure.
I'm not that mean. I'm not that mean. Another Angels to some. Oh, this is why he's been waiting for that lament back.
we'll take damage on Butterball.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not a ton of healing in these decks, but we just saw one there with Angels to Some.
Because I took a damage, I'll move this here.
What a
Nubbin.
what a play!
Oh no! Oh no!
crazy.
Oh no! Nubbins!
Very nice. Nubbins is out.
Nubbins!
Not yet! Not yet! Not yet! He still holds the pin until.
Oh
his
yeah,
turn.
until your turn. Yeah.
He's screaming in agony until his turn starts.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh man.
Okay.
And I tried to open up Leatherface to Dr. West there.
Now, Dr. West's healing card, we've already seen it. It got canceled by a revoke, if I remember right.
No,
No,
the
it
overpower.
was the overpower.
Overpower, that was it. Yep. So his field medicine is gone.
He does have killing. He does have a killing floor to heal him up a bit though. So
I
it's
do.
not,
He does, yeah. He's sitting pretty. We'll have to see if he uses his knowledge of the craft to pull up a fifth Your Work is Derivative card.
Alright, I will maneuver.
Oh no. I was playing so cautiously.
Quick question.
Yes.
The Blair Witch card that swaps her.
Mhm.
Is she able to swap the person attacking?
No, it has to be a different fighter.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what
fighter not
I
in the combat.
figured. That's what I figured, but just wanted to double check in case I
No, it's not like- it's not-
myself in the face.
It's not hyper golden chainmail.
Oof. Do I go for Leatherface?
You have to. You do have to be in the zone with a stick man though to be swapped.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
The witch has a little bit of running room now, so I expect she'll probably change positions and get access to some other zones. Power up her cards a little bit.
And then I'm going to.
Oh no! Everyone's down in hand, and so am I. No way to capitalize.
Well, everyone except Dr. West.
Yeah, that's true. He's been
I'll
on a
attack
pretty
with
good.
his
I will defend with Esau's family. Oh no! My one revive.
There's not a lot of
Oh,
feint
no.
in the game, so we Dr. West has 2 feints. The witch has 3 revokes. Or
Which
sorry,
is
2 revokes.
Two now. Yeah,
Revokes.
2 now.
Yeah, Leatherface does have a cancel though, right? Yeah, it
On
does.
offense, yeah.
Offense. Yep.
Is it
Oh,
bad
I'm
that
so
I
upset.
just literally put together
no.
right now that they're the Saw your families?
Yeah.
It took me like this
Perhaps,
whole
yeah.
moment to get that.
Yep.
All right, so I'm in a pin here, and I'm not too keen on this. So I think I'm gonna have to attack someone to get out of here. So, you know, do I maneuver first? No. You know what? Do I attack? I think the doctor seems to be so many cards in hand.
Only got 1 feint left,
yeah.
Dr. West.
I know. Well, you know, let's go into Dr. West. Why not?
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take 1, and I'll assign the other 1 to the female.
Yes, I can get out.
Yeah, I was
So
hoping
what-
that there was some way that yours was gonna live, because then I was gonna not take anything if it was like the 5.
So I will use Chainsaw Massacre and I will swap.
Yep.
Too. Unfortunately, I cannot set up a re-slash after, but it's okay.
Yep. But the Cenobite did take a damage, right? So those chains can move too.
That is true.
Yeah.
Does that happen immediately?
After all effects have resolved.
Okay, yeah, because it's like Robin Hood's ability. Gotcha.
Yep. So the female goes away, and the chains can move. No surprise where those go. Right into
Yep.
Dr. West.
Yeah. I will maneuver with my action. I will kind of stay close, but not too close. I'll pass the turn.
All right.
Everyone has like no cards in hand. This is fishing for overpowers.
So then I will maneuver.
God, she's a range 3 movement.
Yeah.
She is, yeah. So the witch is all about hitting and moving. She's incredibly mobile. And she needs to be, because she wants to get those stickmen around the board. Will Leatherface defend? Let's see.
Will he defend? Fortunately, I'll have to play my last pin. I drew 3 in a row in that mid game and just not been able to use them.
Okay.
Witch's house.
Witch's house.
I will
Leatherface takes 2.
Yeah. Alright,
And you should move and discard before you draw those 2, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it'll
That's
have
fine.
to be
Just
one of
discard
the
from your original
cards.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. We trust you. You are a knight after all, so.
It's true.
Very honorable.
It's true. I actually lied. I'm not a knight.
Oh no! He's a knight. They're all bad at this.
Is it a curse? Is it a witching hour? Is it a midnight terror? What's he getting rid of?
This is a.
And so I am allowed to know where on the board I was before
Yes.
I choose.
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna put
discard,
you right here. Yeah.
Okay. Like right next to him.
And right next to everybody.
Oh, and it's my turn, so I have.
Yeah, it'll be your. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah, witching hour. I'm sorry.
Whoa. All right.
Well, free for all those card draws are very important, but we understand.
Yeah, it seems to be card draw is king right now.
We're all at
It's
11.
Pinhead's turn. Yeah.
So that's me.
Okay, I'll maneuver. Maneuver again. And I am going to.
Uncurse yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna curse myself.
Fair enough. Finally made it. You finally made it through the woods.
Thanks,
been like-
thanks to Leatherface.
Yeah, it's been like
Welcome
4
to the
times.
other half of the map.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever been there, have you?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Take one from the chains, and then I will start with
Yeah.
Killer of the Dead on
Killer of the Dead.
Yes.
Blair Witch.
On me.
Take 2.
And
Killer
I
of the
will
Dead.
maneuver, and I will go here, and that'll be my turn.
That is our 3rd Buffy card here, so I will maneuver
Love
once.
As someone who loves the Buffy set, I
Fun fact on Reanimator: Reanimator used 24 gallons of fake blood during the shoot.
Wow, good
Oh
thing
my
I kept all
gosh.
my defense cards. Gosh.
I'm done.
Blair Witch
yeah,
is up.
I'm
She's
I'm
gonna
sitting
toss
on a
down
less than
her. She'll toss down her last stickman, so she has some
Let's get a couple
decent
more
zone
zones
coverage right now.
into the mix.
I think she ran out of witching arrows. Does she have one more, I think?
Good question.
No, she does not.
Yeah, there's only 2, right? Yeah, and the
Yeah.
other one just got discarded.
Yeah, whoever's playing this character stinks.
I think we're having a blast. I mean, I know I am. This is very cathartic after finally
while
this
the
is-
Blair,
kind of releasing this, honestly.
while the Blair Witch makes her decision, the cost to make the Blair Witch, the original movie, was $60,000.
Ooh.
It made back $248 million.
Wow.
Mm.
Yep.
That's like
If
paranormal
somebody
activity
told me
bonus.
I could pony up $60,000, I'd get a second mortgage tomorrow. to make $248 million.
Well, that's how you end up with Blair Witch: A Book of Shadows. You know what I mean? That's what happened there.
That's true.
You've
That's
become
exactly
what
right.
you hated.
Yep.
So I'll maneuver 1, 2, 3, and then hit Dr. West.
Long range shot at West, using the chains as a little buffer. Let's see if
Yeah.
Dr. West takes it or what he throws as defense.
Well, we do know he has a Dan use the gun, so maybe he can use that on defense. I'm not sure.
yeah. I'll just block with that if you
It doesn't say he can't in the
It
rules.
doesn't say in the rules that he can't. Yeah, exactly.
I swear I got the rule book right here. It's like, no, that's fine.
I believe you. You know.
No, I'm really enjoying Pinhead's playstyle so far. As I said, it's the one that I would probably gravitate towards. Being a Muldoon player.
Yeah, I could see that. The comparisons. He actually he was pretty much didn't change too much throughout his design process, but the biggest thing we had issues with was his health. It started at like 14, then we bumped it up to 16, then we bumped it up to 18. We found that was too much. We dropped it down to 15. His health moves so many times. You check the change logs. It's actually so funny. Just getting them to balance out.
There was a simplification to how the chains operated as well. They used to be based on damage taken, and there was math to do and things like that. And it was settled on moving to 2.
The mark for death that hit Pinhead across the map.
Yep. Punishing Pinhead for finally getting to the stick.
I take 1 from the effect, but nothing from combat.
So I take 1, I took a damage, so I can move this over onto the Blair Witch to deal the damage back.
Oh.
Certainly can. Yep.
I think, was it you, the Knight, who asked about the spike problem with the stickmen?
Yeah.
Oh, this is your answer, is we kind of force them to play with the stickmen, right?
Right.
Otherwise, you don't want to have 5 curses on you, because that's like
Oh, yeah. For sure.
So.
Alright, my turn it is.
So for those unfamiliar, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the spike problem is making a mechanic that's like, basically you can't interact with it if you choose not to.
The solution is to just walk away from it. Yeah.
And just not engage, yeah. So it's definitely something we keep in mind when designing.
I am not drawing well, guys. Alright.
Neither am I.
So, bit of trivia, Hellraiser is based on a book called The Hellbound Heart, written by Clive Barker. In fact, 3 of these fighters are actually based on a book, except for the Blair Witch.
No, that one's based on a true story, though. So
That's
like a
correct, but not a book.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is also based on a true story.
And it's also a book.
But they wrote a book about it. So
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm done.
Alright. What's West gonna do? 6 health, but a big hand. Oh, wait, what happened to that big hand? I just zoomed out and just.
it's
Yeah,
gone.
it went down a little bit.
Oh no.
I'm making some attacks.
I want to go into Pinhead, but I don't want to get hit by another one of those laments.
Oh, I don't have a lament. You're fine.
Absolutely not. So, fun fact about that lament configuration card, it originally had end the turn because we thought it might be too strong to like surround somebody with it. But it was just awful. The card was just basically unplayable. So it took a few times for us to go through and be like, yeah, you know what, this isn't working.
Right.
Attack Blair Witch.
Oh no.
Attacking Blair Witch.
Very nice.
Blair the Witch will defend.
What is it?
Nope, piercing shot. He wants his cards back.
The last Terrorize.
And the Blair Witch gets to get off the chains before she gets
Yes, she does.
Again.
It's away.
Oh, throw West onto them.
Throws West
Yes.
on the chains.
MVP chains.
Yeah. Dr. West does not have much healing available unless he brings Dan back, so he's in a bit of a tight spot right now. He needs those sidekicks to do his work. Fun fact about Reanimator, the serum inside of the syringe during the movie that glowed was glow stick juice.
That's what it was. I figured it was something like that.
Alright, unfortunately I do not have a Fury Zeal to get in there and like triple attack Blair Witch, so we're gonna unfortunately. And we will attack the Miss Blair Witch. Got you. Yes.
Ooh, that's big.
This is big, and the Blair Witch only has one card in hand. This is my one opportunity.
Oh, no.
Oh no,
You're gonna see it, people. Here it comes.
Yep. Going crazy.
Ring, ding, ding, ding,
And
Yeah.
around.
Revved it up, knocked him to the floor. Let's see what we can do here.
Okay, so for those watching at home, now that the Blair Witch is at one card, Leatherface can use his ability.
And
So he
I don't
might
get
just
my
mop the
big
floor with the
heal
witch
that I
now.
was about to get.
I mean, the biggest he can get is a 9 by discarding his Chainsaw Massacre to a Chainsaw Massacre. I think I get some damage in though, right? I got 1 damage in? So
Yep.
it should be
One
Yeah.
on the
7, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, I gained an action. I will make an attack again into the Blair Witch, and I will be boosting this. I will play my boost card face down. Because you do have 1 or less cards in hand.
Okay. I will take it.
Oh
Jump.
It's an overpower with another 2 on it.
no. 5 value overpower?
5 value cancel with an action gain.
Yeah, you cancel all my effect. So I take 5.
Take
Does.
5.
This is Leatherface's game plan.
Unfortunately, I have no more cards to attack with. I'm gonna have to walk away.
Oh, don't be sad.
Oh.
It's fine.
Oh, I'm so sad. I am out of the witch's zone, so I am done.
Oh, good. It's
Oh
fine.
man, if that was a
You can
momentous
turn.
shift or something instead, oh.
Yeah.
Hey, look whose turn it is.
Yeah.
Let's see what the witch does. Will she throw a curse? Will she run away? Run away and throw a curse.
Oh no,
Now,
she's
the
got West
curses
right on her
do-
either way.
The curses do stick on the heroes after she dies, because the tokens do stay on the board, so.
Yep.
Which can leave her to be very spiteful if she cleans up all of her tokens, curse someone, and then dies.
Sure.
Oh, that's mean.
It would be really bad if Pinhead had to play all his cards face up for the rest of the game.
Yeah. It's kind of the wackiness of free for all, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And honestly, it
chains-
could have happened if
Yeah.
that got off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
then,
Technically, yeah.
I don't know if this is the smart play, but
This is not the
this
game
is
for
a
those
card
kind of
that
plays.
is- That
This
is
is-
near
yeah,
and dear
this
to
is-
my heart. This is something that I have suffered with for much of my life, according to people I knew in grade school.
Oh no, I can't boost! Oh, I can't boost.
So he can't get back to you.
Oh. I don't want to discard either of these. I have 7 cards left. Boy.
Mr. Pinhead is hiding in a corner again, as is his way.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
here he comes though. Got that hand advantage.
Is he gonna
Alright, I'm
throw?
going to attack.
Oh no.
Is it gonna be his big number 5 card? Is the question.
Could be a torment. It could be number
Is-
5.
Not flayed endlessly. Hasn't taken damage.
It's probably the one to gain damage. I'm gonna take this one. Yeah, Trials of the Gash. I will take the 1. Oh, and you blocked my way to the stick, man.
Oh no!
Are you gonna take the damage to gain the action?
I already took it. I'm just wondering if I want to keep the chains there on West or not. I think I will.
So he has another action. Will he throw his flayed endlessly against the mostly defenseless Leatherface?
Yeah, I feel like he is. So
Is this going to be a 5? Is it a 5?
Feels no pain.
It is.
Yes. Alright.
That's a good way to burn it too.
Wow.
Oh.
So Leatherface has a single huge defense card called Feel No Pain, which is a 5, and it was hit with a Flayed Endlessly, which is fine because Pinhead is going to take that card back.
Buys me a turn at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
Buys Leatherface one more
Well
turn to
played by
try
Hubaris.
to turn Pinhead into cordwood.
Well, you, Mr. West. Take the damage. Yeah.
Pinhead was biding his time, and it looks like it's gonna pay off.
I don't know about that. We'll see. Kind of what Pinhead does best: hide and then show up when people are hurt.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Trying to get the fighters to feel like the fighters is honestly like our main goal. Sometimes it's a bit easier, and sometimes it's more cerebral, like in the fact of the Blair Witch is chasing down the stickman. Sometimes it's much more obvious, like with Leatherface.
I feel like I should have gone after the Blair Witch instead of you, but I need to get your hand down.
She does have a bunch of cards. Well, she has 9 in her deck, and I don't know if she has a witch's house left. I think she has 1. Which at this point, I'm not sure she would even draw.
What is West do? This massive hand.
Yeah, that's the question.
Does he have another Reanimate? Because that could turn the game around for him.
He does.
Lydia has 2, doesn't he?
Maneuver again.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he has not brought Dan back. So.
He's only used 1.
I can't boost my maneuver.
We've seen a lot of Dr. West using his... Oh, wait. Okay, boost.
Dan, use the gun.
Use the gun.
We've seen him use a lot of his your work is derivative, but Dan is quite powerful in his own right. So.
I want to get out of that witch's zone, so we'll maneuver. Oh, not
so
the card I want.
Can he reanimate Dan and use Dan cards with the reanimated Dan?
Of
Yes,
course,
he can.
Yeah.
Yep.
His name is still Dan, yeah.
His name is Dan Kane. So if you fight somebody who doesn't have any sidekicks, a solo fighter, Dan becomes just an extremely health-heavy sidekick.
Yeah, we'll do it one more time.
At least a 14 health sidekick.
We'll slowly walk over to this. You know what? I'm gonna not break the curse right now. I'm gonna stay. I'll stand on it, but I won't break. Don't have that luxury right now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that defense card in Pinhead's deck. Because we haven't seen any of his big defenses, and we haven't seen any of his 4 versatiles. Blood and Ecstasies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like he's saving them to kill someone through exhaustion. I feel like that's Cauley's game plan here.
I just have a bunch of 1s here.
Oh yeah, totally.
My bad.
Pinhead has been portrayed in films 6 times by the same actor, Doug Bradley.
Nice.
Does a fantastic job. Now,
He
Pinhead
does.
isn't really a character in the books. Now, it was mainly because of Doug Bradley's acting and his presence on the set, and they kind of made him a thing. So, in the books, he's just kind of like he's just another one of the Cenobites. So he kind of blew up after that. It kind of became a horror icon because of him.
I will say it's a shame that Pinhead doesn't have a pin to pray.
Right? He has no discard outside of Lament.
Configuration, okay.
I'm targeting the Blair Witch.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Come on.
Oh no!
That's just disrespectful.
Alright, do you want to shuffle or you want to just grab?
No, I'm shuffling. No.
Alright, just gonna solve this last puzzle.
Okay.
Oh no.
Which is
My
house.
2 Cenobites.
Bring the female back. Chatter does a body good. Actually, here. No, I'll put it here. Leaves that open for the doctor to come in if he wants. I don't have any good defense cards, don't worry. So you can attack me, doctor.
He does have 2 do my biddings, so but he has no feints. West does have 1 more derivative. I think 1 more knowledge of the craft. 1 more knowledge of the craft.
Okay.
This is it. This is the big
Yep,
Herbert
Dr.
West
West
we've
is
been waiting
taking
for.
his move. While he's doing that,
You got more movie trivia? What do you got?
I do. H.P. Lovecraft never even liked the Reanimator stories. He wrote them because he got $5 per installment.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't really like a lot of things, so...
Yeah.
No, that's true. We won't get into the list of things he didn't like.
Please, let's not. Let's not.
Yeah.
Best.
But I will say his dislike for the Reanimator wasn't as bad as Conan Doyle's dislike for Sherlock Holmes.
Or Conan Doyle's dislike for Houdini.
Yes.
Yeah.
Houdini had the gall to call Doyle's wife like a fake medium, basically.
Yeah.
Like a phony fraud. Yeah.
All right. Sir Knight here. You think we can get maybe a little truce going on here for at least a turn?
Ooh,
Because Pinhead's looking like he's in a really good spot, you know. So I could just go in and attack you.
Here's the politics. Oh man.
But you know, I could also help you out, and we can maybe ignore each other for at least one turn.
Take out the leather man.
I feel like it would be a wise decision to throw in with the rank 2 unmatched player in the world. I mean, not to mention the only one here whose name actually sounds like a horror villain. So
Yeah.
That's true.
The Dark Blade.
It's only because I didn't go with Calificus this time, okay?
Go here.
Dark Blade 2, the Bladening.
And then I'm gonna play Killer of the Dead on Pinhead.
Oof.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Here we go. Here you go, Leatherface.
Ow. I'll just take the one because I think this is the end of your turn, right? So.
Yes.
All right, I'll take that one. All right, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So I will Furious Zeal. I will move 2 spaces and gain an action. I will draw a card.
All the action is everyone is coming together.
Attack Dr. Herbert West. You know we're joining in.
I like it. Okay, what do we got here?
There's a fight in the pain ward. Let's see who comes out of
This
this
feels
alive.
like the climax of the movie. Like
It does.
All we need now is Freddy to come out at the end and like sequel bait.
Okay, so I'm seeing that you still have
is that a
another
spoiler?
massacre, huh?
I do. This is a very massacre-friendly zone.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
it could execute one of these 2 people. It'll put me in a pin, but it'll be so cool.
See what he does. Ooh,
Oh,
interesting
okay.
play. That's a good one though.
All right, make it 5 value.
So
Stop.
Dr.
yes.
West can eliminate a sidekick that's not his, turn that to a 5 value card. Which one will he take? Is the question.
Yeah, we'll do female here.
Female?
Disrespect.
I will activate Chainsaw Massacre then. And we'll swap spaces, and I can deal 3 damage to another adjacent fighter. Okay, you know, spawn a die. Give me a die. Give me a die. We're gonna roll. We're gonna leave it to chance here. We're nearing the end of the road.
Trash. Can I use?
This is the perfect Chainsaw Massacre.
I put it against the middle so that one closest to the
Okay, I
wall.
got one out.
You gotta die. You gotta die. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Actually, I got a quarter. You want to flip a coin on it?
Is it as fun?
The
Okay.
coins don't work as well in TTS.
You're right. Use the die. Use the die.
All right, we're using the die. Okay. So
Even
the odd.
the
Highlighted
Hold
and
on.
mash that R button.
All right.
Go ahead
so
and
yeah.
assign it.
All right, we'll say odd is the Blair Witch, even is Pinhead. All right, let's get this Chainsaw Massacre off.
Ooh,
I'm so sorry.
odd as the Blair Witch.
I will
Chainsaw
deal
massacred to
3.
death.
will
I don't
deal
think
3
you're that
damage.
sorry.
No, it's been a while for me to set this up. It doesn't happen too often.
So the Blair Witch is our first to retire for the evening. Well fought, Blair Witch. Free-for-all matches are very difficult for her.
There's a curse still on the board.
I still
the
stay
curse
cursed
still.
though, so you can spite me beyond the grave. All right, so I think
All right,
it's.
now everyone get on the stick man. Don't let
Oh
them-
yeah.
Now I'm just
Knight,
not
go
going
ahead
to-
and hit your hit the pass button there.
And
then with
if
your
I
hand-
refuse,
Well, if you're then you hold us
Being
hostage.
held hostage.
We
But
can't continue without you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's once your hand is empty, the turns will pass you over, so it'll be okay.
Oh, okay. That's actually neat.
Yeah, it's an option you can turn on.
Yeah, I had
That's
this this curse I was going to play next time where I was going to make Pinhead have to play his attacks face up, but was not to be.
Makes sense.
All right, Pinhead's turn.
All right, I'll attack Leatherface.
Absolutely. This is gonna be the 5. Let's hope. Oh, blood and ecstasy. Oh, good card draw. Okay, so I will terrorize. We'll go 1, 2.
Okay, we'll each take one.
Yep, and then we'll take the blood and ecstasy. So we'll both take 1 damage, and I will draw a card. Oh, here it is. Going for the 5. Play him endlessly.
Maybe. I guess I'll attack Weston.
West still has access to 1 sidekick. Let's see what he does with it.
Oh, I forgot to draw a card.
Yep, and if you want to change, feel free.
Eh. It's a scheme.
Fair.
Wait, this is a scheme?
Yes.
Oh, Leatherface was supposed to take a hit at some point. Did we miss it? Should be at 4.
Leatherface was supposed to take a 1.
I did
And
take
draw a card.
Yeah. He was at 6. Yeah.
Leatherface was at 6 previously.
He was at 6, yeah.
Well, I thought he was at 5. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not 100% sure. Let's just do 4 just so we're all even. We're all nice 4s.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Alright, there we go. I like that.
Good
Alright.
compromise. Pinhead probably throwing a flayed endlessly into Doctor.
Does that mean I get to go back up to 4? Is that what we agreed?
Wrong witch. Wrong witch.
Okay, I'll take it.
There's the flayed endlessly. Nothing doing though, but he destroys a Cenobite in the process.
That's Cenobite did take damage, so
Yep.
Chains move.
Yeah, but it's
You
my
gonna-
turn.
Yeah,
Are you gonna bleed yourself?
that's the decision I'm forcing.
Bleed yourself. Come on, you're Pinhead.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, yes. So it passed through Pinhead, and he hasn't passed through the chains this turn, so it does deal damage to him. But he's gonna bleed West in response. So
I'm here.
Okay. Ow.
I want to take a shower.
Oh my goodness.
so you can
I'm
do
gonna actually, once you go out, I'm gonna like this.
So you can do some pretty neat stuff with the chains, like you can sweet suffering it onto Pinhead space on defense, take the chain damage at the start of your turn, and then double flayed endlessly somebody if they were next to you. So taking that chains damage isn't always bad. So I think it's DarthCauley's turn.
Yep.
I think
It is.
Yes.
handling something, yeah. Looks like
Sorry,
it's,
did I mention my
Error.
children are nightmares?
but no, they were nightmares. You gotta say it in the spooky voice.
So Reanimator, the film, was released in the US as an unrated film because they knew there was no reason to mess with the MPAA on it.
Oh, nice. Alright, so I think West takes damage.
Yep.
Dr. West, dude.
Oh, this is it. This is we're getting to.
Yeah, it's coming down to.
We got here.
Go
So
down to the
there is
wire.
a 4 value face up on Pinhead. That could be powerful. There's a 4 value face up on Leatherface. That could be valuable as well. So that gives Dr. West potentially access to 5s. He also probably has access to a Your Work is Derivative still, which could give him one of his very fun effects because those stickmen are still on the board.
They are indeed.
They are. This is tough.
Or he could take a step back and reanimate, possibly, if he has a reanimate.
We'll have to see. Double Killer of the Dead.
Yeah, if I had, well, I do actually technically have a way to get one back, but if you had hit Pinhead with that, they'd both be at 2. So like, if I do get it, I'd have another choice on which one
Oh,
to take
no.
out.
Now you can hit Pinhead twice. Leatherface is at least 1 step away because there is no path there.
Yeah.
Yeah. think I'm gonna start with a maneuver.
What do I have left in this deck?
Oh, he's going for Leatherface.
There's 2 cards versus my 4. It's a smart move.
I don't like
those
this.
biddings.
Leatherface is not heavy on defense. He knows his biggest defense is gone. Pinhead ate it.
Losing those Sawyers early was really painful. Wasn't able to get those abductions off.
Chains MVP.
Yeah. Every time in the free-for-all, the chain seems to do a lot of damage. I'd love to see it in 2v2. I don't think we've really done... I think we maybe done 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
Fun.
We make things a lot tricky because I don't want to pass it through my peoples.
That's true. But you can use it as like a defensive wall too if you have like a ranged person to support, which is kind of nice.
Okay. I guess I will attack with.
Alright. I have a defense. It's only, what, 13 in the deck or something?
This.
I don't like how this might be a 5, so. Terrorize. Aha!
Yeah, okay. Which effect will you apply, Dr. West?
I think the only one that does anything is marked for death.
Ouch. Oh, I guess I'll resolve this first. So I will actually. So you choose mark for death? Okay,
Yes.
so
Yep.
go 1, 2. I'm gonna shove you onto the chains again, so you can please start your next turn.
Yeah.
And then you can take the Terrorize for.
Yes, another.
completion.
I like it. I like
Yes.
it.
Now you should get double Terrorize now because you've
It's a
collected
different
a stat.
Yep.
He's just double terrorizing. Love it.
Leatherface does get pinged for 1 damage from the marked for death, though.
Yes. Down to 3.
Down to 3.
Alright, I'm up.
Slowly getting ourselves over there.
Let's maneuver.
Chainsaw Massacre for the win.
Yeah, I wish there was a 3rd one in the deck
I
right
know,
now.
right? Just plow right through them both.
Just plow right through. I hate this because I know he has a bidding in hand, but someone's gonna have to eat it.
I still have 4 in my deck.
Where was I? Okay. Oh fudge. Okay.
Ooh.
I have 2 cards left. Let's go in for the attack on Pinhead. We're here to make things splash.
There's to do my bidding.
Alright, so you can look at my hand here. So I will.
One other card.
Okay, so I will give you my hand 1 second. Only you can see them though, so.
Cool beans.
Is it the 2 momentous shift that you forced them to put back in earlier?
You'll have to wait and see.
I guess.
Funny. There's 2 shifts on the discard, so it can't be actually.
Unless I keep drawing the discarded ones, which seem to
True.
like, just blatantly cheat.
I mean, I'm just gonna choose the other one so he knows what they are anyway, because
Yeah,
he's already played that
Yeah,
one.
that's true. Okay. Alright, so nothing going through. Alright.
Yeah, come here.
I will pass the turn to Mr. Cauley.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. Oh dear. I see a play here if you have a card in hand.
We got
I'm going to attack Leatherface.
I think I die here. I think this is gonna be the blood and ecstasy. And I think I'm gonna die to it.
Is it the 5 into the 3? It's not.
Oh, it's
Sweet
suffering.
Oh.
I'm about to shift. I'm flat-footed. I have
You can
nothing.
move the chains now.
I am. I'm going to take 1 damage.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yup.
Here comes the 5.
All right, Pinhead down to 2 health.
Got it. I got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
A defenseless Leatherface.
Defenseless
With only 2
Leatherface.
cards left in his deck.
Yeah. Gonna burn out. Now, if we're looking at the next turn, Dr. West doesn't actually get action gain. It's not a part of his deck, so we'll see what Pinhead decides to do, because he's gonna have to deal with Dr. West next.
Pinhead's gonna move.
He runs.
And I'm actually gonna run quite a bit. 1 more.
Last turn. Extra space.
Well, Leatherface can just boost to catch up with you. Oh no, he can't.
I have no card. I don't even if I had, I wouldn't be able to discard cards to it. It's just terrible right now.
Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Alright.
Dr.
I was
West.
very tempted. I was thinking of throwing the 5 into West too, so.
Somehow Dr. West still has cards.
I know, I saw that 4 cards. I was like, this is my best bet to just leave.
I'll maneuver.
Will he choose to
Oh,
knock
no.
out? Will he choose to knock out Leatherface? Will he boost and go after Pinhead?
West maneuvers in and Killer of the Dead.
Or will he just reanimate and step back?
All good questions.
Lots of options.
I think if he gets that reanimate off, it's gonna be tough for Pinhead to clinch the win.
He did a maneuver. He hasn't moved yet. We'll see where he ends up. Takes a step back. And he reanimates. Okay, so he's bringing back Dr. Dan Kane. Possibly the only person that Dr. West actually likes. Brings it back in his zone. Dan comes back with 3 health. I mean, that's okay. Dan has his own dial.
Yeah, Dan's always Dan. Yeah.
Anywhere in his.
I just wanted to use the transparency.
All right. Give him the transparency.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, it denotes that he's been brought back. I like it. I think that's where I want to be. And yep, that'll be.
I bleed. I'm gonna maneuver.
Can't boost it because the witch is still affecting things.
I'll maneuver one more time.
From the grave.
And I
From
will-
the grave, yep.
Yeah, I deserve this. I'm done.
Alright, what will
This is
Pinhead
appropriate.
do?
The Blair Witch is a non-physical presence, and that's how it is in this map.
You are correct. In the 2 real movies, she is indeed non-corporeal.
Is there a fake movie? I don't know the background.
There are some not very good movies, to say the least.
Yeah, let's put it this way. CarboardHustle has some strong opinions about the Blair Witch from 2016.
I'll attack Kane.
He's not near you.
Oh, I thought he was. My bad.
Maneuver in
You gotta
front.
step up.
Sure.
Okay.
That'll show you.
Fair enough.
He doesn't have to do anything.
All right.
Let's see here.
Cauley's puzzling it out. This is the inner Muldoon player, thinking about how to optimize his 1 damage pings.
That's right.
Oh, he's boosting with the flayed.
I'll attack.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Leatherface.
Did you pull any defense? Oh, he
I
did.
die. I die a horrible death.
Leatherface falls to being ecstasied to death.
Yeah.
Take 1. 1, 2.
Well fought, Mr. Leatherface.
Got that 1 big turn, but the free for all's pretty rough for him. Actually, two big turns. So.
So we did do a lot of testing of these fighters into each other individually, of course. Larger volume, larger numbers on the board are harder to do.
Right.
So each fighter has somebody they're good against, somebody they're pretty evenly matched, and somebody they have a disadvantage against in general.
Nothing like Mary Wukong though.
No, nothing that extreme.
Nothing that extreme.
But
Right.
like the Blair Witch does really pretty well into Leatherface.
Does Pinhead have an action still?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No.
Forgot to toss it
Okay.
over.
There you go.
So then, and Herbert West can run.
So Dr. West has his sidekick back. See what he can
Yeah,
do
I'm
with that.
seeing what's left. It looks like Angels. Nope, that one's not left. There's only two, right? I know that bidding and trials are two of them. I'm trying to figure out what the last card is.
You see, this is how a pro player plays, everybody. Whereas I'm just like, I'm gonna smoke this guy.
Well, I want to know, like, because I could just run, but that doesn't seem as fun. So I want to know.
True.
It's
such
bidding,
sites.
trials, and such sites to show you. Yeah,
So bidding is the only defense left.
it's pretty good defense.
It is indeed a pretty good defense.
Depending on what he has in his hand.
So I can move my sidekick. I'm gonna move Dr. Dan there. Then I will maneuver.
You have
I'm
to
going
make sure
to-
Cauley does not defeat himself with the chains. Can't
Yes.
give him that feature. Yes.
Gonna boost with feint.
Okay.
And then
Interesting.
I'm going to have Dan. I guess he doesn't have to be. Oh no, he does have to be Jason here because range. Yep. Dan attack.
Okay, I do have to do my bidding, so we'll see if that means anything.
You can swap it for the other one.
Oh no!
So you can swap it for a 4 or an even bigger card, a 5. That's
No,
gonna be
because
it.
this is
No.
West card.
Dan.
So this is the.
Oh, you're
only
right. Yeah,
valid-
it's the
Yeah.
only one he can play.
All right,
no.
yeah, I'll keep it.
Alright.
That's a
That's one
wrap.
with trials. I had this one here ready
Bottom
for
card
you.
for me was the last three.
What a glorious ending. Dr. Herbert West
Yes.
overtakes Leatherface, a spirit, and whatever the heck Pinhead is.
He's an angel or a demon. Come on.
Yep.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
He inspired many people to do many, many things. So
Yeah. Going into this, I knew that West was going to be the one that we have to focus on, or he was going to win. Considering
I
that
would-
we had so many sidekicks.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't get many of the. I only got the one reanimate early, which definitely mattered. But I got one early, which was good. I think I had one in the opening hand, and then
Yeah.
the other one came like I think 5th or 6th from the bottom, and this one was the bottom card. So
Yeah,
I at least got
turning-
the other one to bring back Dan near the end, which helped. But yeah, no, I think how Cauley was saying before that if he had to choose one, Pinhead would probably be the one he would have liked. I honestly think that out of these, I'm the same for Dr. West, so I'm really glad I got to play him.
Good.
Mm.
Glad you enjoyed them. They each do their own unique things pretty well. So
Yeah, I'm bummed that Blair Witch didn't get her what's it called? Midnight Terror. It's such a cool card.
yeah, I'm surprised it didn't. I'm surprised it didn't come out. Honestly.
Yeah, I kept
So
whenever
it's-
I went in on her, I kept like being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, if this is Midnight Terror, I got to keep that in mind for like." What
I
the
looked
heck
at
with."
I looked at your deck night, and it was like in the bottom 7, and one of them was
Yeah.
like second from last. So
Right.
Oh man.
That's what we can see.
Yeah, every time,
So
like I
it's-
was gonna go in the Blair Witch a few times with Momentous Shift, but I'm like, I don't want to. It actually worried me.
yep, because she's gonna
Mhm.
grab somebody and maybe one of yours and throw them into the combat.
Yeah, I did have that.
Their organs in
I
the
did have that
bundle.
section where I was just drawing Sawyer cards and 3-pin the praised, and it was just I lost so much steam.
So for the people that are playing this for the first time, or maybe not played in a little while, if you did any of our testing, did you have a favorite card that you found in each deck? So we'll start with Cauley.
Start with me. All right, let's see. Honestly, one of my favorite cards was my favorite part of the deck is the chains. So anything that let me move chains more, like this one here, the Sweet Suffering, is one of my favorite cards. Like every time that popped in my hands, I got a smile on my face. Just because I knew I could do some sweet stuff. So like there where I put it onto him when I attacked with him, I took the 1 damage just so I could move the chains onto Leatherface. I should have attacked Dr. West with the 5, I feel, just to bring him down. And even if I died that round, then maybe Leatherface could have taken him out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking of doing originally, but then I decided it's better to survive, which it wasn't. This one, I wish this was better. Honestly, I love it, but having to be in the same zone is really it's tough. It's especially for a fighter that likes to take damage. But
it's not Muldoon's. What is it called for backup?
Exactly. Yeah, it is tough. But I do like the discard.
I think it'd be a lot stronger in like 1v1s. I think in free for all, it's really hard to probably set it up and not be in danger.
Yeah.
It made it hard to really set it up, but I do like the discard. That's a great effect, which I really liked.
It also is cool that it gets better against certain fighters. Like it's amazing against someone like Yanenga who has really high boost values on average, but maybe not against Sinbad, for example, right?
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, it was just this little too versatile here that was my favorite card. It just let me control the chains better and really tried to take some map control, which I love doing.
Little like engine card is how I'd probably describe it.
Yeah.
It lets you do what the fighter wants to do. So yeah.
Yeah, Flayed Endlessly was fun to have in my hand just as a threat, but it was tough to pull off sometimes. But
it does add up. Yeah.
Multiple times. Yeah, you did get to use it multiple times, which is fun.
Yeah, and this one's tempting to use too, but I prefer to save it for defense because he doesn't have that much, So I wasn't drawing much defense at the time, so.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to use this
it can consistently be a 5 if you put your chains on the person who like comes up to attack you, right? So like that's really cool way that it works. So it's very good on defense.
Sometimes you just have to take like a regroup to the face with Pinhead and kind of call it out just so you can move the chains a bit. So and kind of trade 1 for 1, right?
Yeah. But like I said, the chains were my favorite part. So anything that moved the chains or got them going, that was awesome.
Cool. Thank you. I guess who's next?
Let's go with Darkblade, Dr. West.
Yeah. So I didn't get to do like a lot of the ability itself. I got to do it early on with Dan, which was nice. I tried to set it up here and there, but sidekicks are like flying left and right, and eventually they were off the board. But I was able to do some really cool stuff with this card near the end when I purposely put myself in a spot like basically pinned around everyone left, but I had 2 of these and there were 2 of the Cenobites, so I was like feeling pretty safe defensively.
Yeah.
I think by far my favorite card, it probably isn't too much of a surprise, it's just this one. It's just an awesome design, and as long as you can get this past cancels, like the toolbox options you have are really good. Obviously, if you get like effects that require you to win combat, it can be rough with a 3 on either offense or defense, but it still has room to work fine. And if you can get effects that don't require winning, like that's where it can get really strong. And so yeah, just the ability to kind of like build up different effects that you can use, and that's something that like your opponents have to keep in mind, is a really cool like design space. And then outside of that, like I just love the core reanimation aspect of his kit and being able to revive other characters' sidekicks, or even potentially free for all their hero if their hero goes down before their sidekicks do.
Yeah, late in the game, you could have resurrected the Blair Witch to be your fighter, which is fun. Yeah, your work as derivative was interesting to work with because I really wanted the idea, but to get it to balance with the other 4 was pretty challenging.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier in the stream, it generally will make a slightly worse version of the card that it takes, but about 1 in 4 times it'll grab a card that actually makes a better version of the card that it takes.
Yeah,
which is kind of where we needed it to be.
I had to rework a lot of card wordings for it.
I love the idea of being able to like set up a situation where you get bidding.
Mm-hmm.
Like force the bidding. It's going to be hard to do, obviously, but that could be really strong. Also, speaking of bidding, this would be amazing. You'd probably die before it was relevant, which is the issue. But like just grabbing a beast form, like that's another one that would be a ton of fun. Like, sure, it starts as a 3, but you could still like try to build up a hand with his draw
defensive
and
beast form.
or defensive beast form. Yeah.
There's some fun stuff like that.
There's some really cool combinations you can do. So yeah, that card's just really neat.
There's a couple of cards in here that have what would be considered a non-standard wording, and that's because we can't let West run away with things.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, he can do this, but it's just gonna like heal his opponent or something.
No, that's the only way to make it make sense.
Another thing is you can yoink voyages and stop Pinhead from powering up because
Yeah.
they're in his discard pile.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a theme that's shared with Stitched Together from Leatherface's deck. Because he actually steals the card and throws them into his discard, so it's actually an important tool for him to take Knowledge of the Craft out of West's deck.
Yeah,
So-
that makes sense.
Alright, Knight. What about the Blair Witch?
Yeah. I feel like there's a number. I'm filled with regret as to how I played her because I really liked. So this is probably my favorite one, the Witching Hour, which incentivizes me to place these not just like in specifically different zones and get as much zone coverage. And so there was that one moment in the match where I chose to discard this and.
Nope, lose him. Oh, we did lose him.
We did, he dropped.
Reconnect. Oh no, okay.
Okay, so it goes. We'll see if he can reconnect here in a minute. Hopefully it's not important for all of us getting booted. Yeah, we'll see. We might be getting kicked out of the room here, but maybe it's just him.
Yeah, it might have
Yeah,
been.
it seems like it's just
so
him.
fine at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll see. There was
get to an 8 on this map, is that correct?
Yeah, he dropped
Yes.
out of the video here. Oh wait, here we're getting him back now.
He's getting back, okay. Yeah, it can hit an 8, I believe, yeah.
Yes.
Like the best spots are like here, 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 and here probably. That's only
Yeah, the tricky thing is though that she has to lay it down. She
yeah,
doesn't
so you
get a choice.
it's hard
So
to like set that up, obviously.
yeah, it's
Right,
really
you have
gotta
to
be.
Do it a little bit easier with like the 4s if you can line those up properly, and it wouldn't be as hard to do so because you're ranged, so you don't necessarily have to be adjacent to things. But yeah, it's obviously, especially in a free for all, it's gonna be.
It's pretty
Yeah,
challenging with
difficult
with a
to set
clogged
Yeah.
map. Yeah.
It kind of feels a little bit like it's kind of funny. The Rogue, remember?
Oh yeah, the
Which
rogue.
is-
Yeah, that one.
yeah, which is
Marco
that's Knight's character, right? But
No,
was it
Rogue-
Knight? That was Paladin side.
Paladin side, Paladin side.
Paladin
yeah.
side, right?
Yeah.
Well, Paladin Knight, kind of same thing.
Yeah,
All right, but
So
they
yeah, I'm back.
but it kind of
You hear me?
plays like the Rogue in that
Yes,
way.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can. We can hear you, Knight. You're
Okay.
Carry
Yeah,
on.
so
Carry
this-
on with where you left off.
This
Sorry.
one was really, really cool. It was fun getting to play Marked for Death and like just pinging Pinhead across across the map. This Terrorize is really fun for just dragging people into the chains. I really liked being able to play, which one was it? The Curse of Confusion, I think it was, that I played on Pinhead. Like, and I had this moment of like trying to take advantage of the curses myself, and then I realized I was like, oh, I could lower someone's defenses and then make them a target, and that could kind of act defensively for myself, and
Yep.
that ended up working out for me, at least in the short term before I got
Yeah, you did that to me, and I see Leatherface book it across the map.
yeah.
I'm hungry.
So yeah, curses
let me
are
ask
really
you-
fun. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, keep going.
So-
I thought you...
Was that reminiscent to? I mean, I think Hustle. You're the one that made the Blair Witch, right?
True. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was wondering if Hubaris made it if his mummy was an inspiration for that.
We actually at one point pulled out the mummy's deck and saw what curses we could use, because the original curses were very different. So yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Nice.
they were incredibly good. The original curses. These are actually called simple curses. I had my favorite curse of the original that I had to discard is that you were no longer allowed to play versatiles on defense.
Oh wow.
Mm.
It was too much.
Which
yeah.
it was like a heavy finisher move, is what it turned into.
Ouch.
So that was fun. So they got much more simple.
So, Knight, can I ask you a question quick? So you mentioned
the one last thing with the curses is just I will say playing them, it feels hard to like, especially in this 4-for-all, of like finding a moment to play a curse where it's really not going to like do anything right away. Like you kind of have to find a moment where you can afford to do something that's not immediate, which
like a bit of quiet.
Yeah. So
yeah,
anyway, ask me something.
No, it's perfectly fine. There's some sweet times to actually play the curses. So if you have played a Power in the Dark Forest, your board is now clear of stickmen for a little while. That's a great time to drop a curse because they can't do anything about it. There's also, you can, depending on the layout of the board, you can take advantage of losing time, which is I'm going to teleport you across the board, and I'm going to take away your ability to get rid of your curse, which is meant to mimic the movie, where you just get lost and you lose track of how long you've been out there.
So I was going to ask, did it solve the spike problem while you were playing it?
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean it. And there's not all that much that forces you to be someone to be directly on the token. You know, it's just the mark for death, right? And then there's stuff that's in the zone.
Yeah.
There's another copy of it up here.
I would say she's closer to Sattler than Spike, I would say.
Right,
Yeah.
Well, I always called Sattler the better Spike anyway.
Yeah. When I saw Sattler come out, I had not been in their playtesting group at all, and I was like, somebody copied my homework.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely think there's not a spike problem with Blair Witch.
That's reassuring, that's for sure. So I'm not going to comment on my own cards because that's kind of weird. I mean, I've played them 100 times, but
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
What's my favorite? The pun on Ravening Abduction is probably one of my favorites, but that's not a real answer.
It's a great pun.
I think the thing I found interesting about it is how often Stitched Together just doesn't get defended against, and there's no reason to rhyme why that happens.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just a lot of times he comes up and throws an attack, and the other player's like, "Nah, I'm not going to defend it." And it's just
I told you I have terrible luck.
I pulled out.
What was
my
it for you
card
before?
to pretend
Walk the
to play
plank?
with it, but I didn't have a defense when you played that against me.
Oh man, I was hoping to eat a defense card and then boost up the next attack, but that didn't happen, so I just decided to walk away.
Nope, I was looking at no defense cards.
Yeah, the Massacre is really cool. It's just a nice iconic card. It can be very scary, especially in free-for-all, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't really hide behind your sidekick that way, so like Terra, Willow, like you can't do that kind of walling thing.
Mm-hmm. Is it a may or is it a...
It's a must. You must.
So that could end up hurting if you were surrounded by 2v2 with your allies as well.
Yep.
I think it has to be an opposing fighter for the damage.
It's a different opposing fighter for the damage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
If you're
opposing.
only
Okay.
adjacent to an ally, you wouldn't be forced to do the damage. You would be forced to swap zone.
Oh, so we don't have an Alice issue there.
Yeah, but you can do something. Yeah, you can do something like Chainsaw Massacre, swap and then go in for the Momentous, which is kind of nice.
That is
So, just couldn't seem to get any of the combos off when I needed them. It's kind of, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, does anyone need to say anything else, or are we kind of reaching the end of the stream here? Looks like it's almost midnight, so at least where I am.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that this was a ton of fun.
Too.
As I kind of talked about when we were like setting this up and was talking about participating. I haven't done a ton of custom deck stuff for a while, and so this was a good opportunity to have some fun with that, and just especially with the free for all, like it's just chaos, and you just kind of go with what seems fun, and I wasn't making like I'm sure the super optimal stuff or like chasing down the lowest health or lowest hand person. I was just mixing it up and spreading stuff around, because honestly like that is viable, because if you get like too far ahead, right, like then you might be the target to be ganged up on.
Yeah,
so
you get
that kind of like balancing it out and making sure that things don't turn around for you.
Yeah, you kind of want to save the weakest link for later, so you can clear them up easy at last. That's how I always play it. But
yeah,
It's
and so
almost like
yeah,
a
it was
game
just
of
a ton
Wii.
of fun and a lot less stressful than tourney matches. So yeah, this was just an awesome time. I'm glad I was able to participate.
Yeah, I appreciate that you came in and joined us. Yeah, thanks a lot.
we'll keep you on call for any future things.
Oh yeah, I'm super down. Super down.
Sure.
Come on
So
in
for
and
those,
beat
for
us
anybody who wants to play on their own time, this table will be shared, and I believe all the contents for print and play are in a folder as well, which Hubaris will be releasing. I mean, this is maybe not for the guys playing right now, but for those who are maybe watching the video right now. So those will be coming out, and I don't know if that's been shared yet, but it will be.
It will be shared. I want to wait till after the stream. So
Of course, yeah.
So when do you send us our free boxes?
So here's the thing. I actually do have a printed set of Volume 1.
Nice.
And I do have a printed map of Volume 1. And it's very pretty. And I brought it to Gen Con, and I would have taken it out to play, except it was just... I know.
Yeah, well, you were so busy.
It was a load to carry around, and I was running around all over the place, so it just didn't make sense to carry it with me. So
You held out on us for Origins.
I did. Whatever. those trips are only half for fun. They're half for working as well. So
Exactly.
But yeah, these we do have, these are print and playable in case you're tuning into the Twitch and you're not super familiar with the custom community. You can print them out in a couple different ways. I'm going to be setting up a print sheet that you can just send to make playing cards or whatever, or so it'll have some bleed and stuff on it.
Yeah.
But you can also print it out via Unmatchmaker, and that kind of brings me to my next thing. I don't know if he's watching or if he pays attention, but Jonathan A. Squires, who runs Unmatchmaker, thank you so much for doing what you do. I don't think you get that enough, honestly. So without that, none of this custom community stuff, honestly, probably would ever have gotten off the ground, because it's just so much effort to do it without a template like that. So I just wanted to honestly say thank you if he's listening, and if not, maybe someone could convey that to him. I sent him a message, but I mean, I don't think it's as personal. So.
Yep. And then for tonight, I want to thank all the guys who showed up to play. That was fantastic. Glad we had extra bodies in on the broadcast, and let's say thank you to Poindexter, who's been sitting quietly but running the technical side of things for the whole evening.
Yes, and he needs to.
There he is. He's on the TV.
I'm on the
Yeah,
TV.
let's give him a round of applause. Wait, is he on the TV?
Yeah, if you're watching the stream, he popped up on the TV.
Well, I had to put me somewhere.
It's like
So
we're
that
the
was
Brady
great.
Bunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, we've been sending back graphics and refining the table and all that kind of stuff all week. So there's quite a bit of background work that goes into doing a stream that's even as relatively simple as this one is. So thank you to all those who were involved. I like having this little event to kick off spooky season for October.
Yep. And if you do play any of / Repeat Volume 1 or Volume 2, and you enjoy it, please let me know, or let I don't know, Cardboard, but let me know at the very least. I like hearing when people print out sets and play sets and stuff like that. Even if we can get 1 or 2 people excited about extra unmatched content on Halloween, then I feel like I've done my job at least.
Yeah, there's definitely there's some people who would really like to see more horror characters and unmatched, and it's a challenging thing to add to the system. So,
especially with all the IPs and owned by different
with all
stuff,
the IPs and the licensings and all that sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
this may be the only way we ever get to see.
Gonna have to do another garbage disposal for Halloween here.
Maybe, yeah.
I want to see Shark Bunny show up.
You have my attention, and they would make an appearance. I don't care how busted they are.
Yes.
Yes, look at all the blood. It's for you.
We're talking about look at all the blood that's not on the camera right now, so they wonder what we're talking about.
There's blood everywhere.
Oh, actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
There we go.
There we go.
Chains have overtaken. Pain Ward.
The Chain Ward.
Chain Ward. I think after this game, it could be called that.
Yeah.
Really good.
Seriously.
Yeah, the Pain Ward went through. I've had this thing in different stages for the better part of 6 months now. And if anybody's interested in getting into map making, the way you know you're done with a map is when people stop complaining about it.
Yes.
So that's.
Well, I will say we talked about the deck a little, but I didn't mention the map. That I did feel a bit constricted in it, which is what we wanted, right?
Yeah.
So that's right.
Claustrophobic.
Like I did move over in the corner a bit twice, but I knew that you guys could get to me easily. So it was really just I had to choose which one I was willing to face. You know.
Yeah.
Pick your
I
poison.
think it's a great map.
Yeah. So it definitely did its job there.
Yep. If there's another fan deck contest, I would totally drop this one in as an option for people.
Mm-hmm. Totes.
Well, I think we're kind of reaching the end of our wire here. It sounds like. So, does anyone have any final comments and stuff, or are we just kind of playing around with the?
I have so many bodies to reanimate here at the end of the game.
He's now like
so,
hula hooping.
Dr. West is real happy.
Hashtag cancel Dr. West. Cancel Dr. West.
Oh, he's got the thing stuck on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tutu.
Yeah. All my models get half height collision boxes, so that way they don't bump into each other.
Like
Nice.
this giant log on Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yep. None of the raptor tails get in the way or anything like that.
There we go.
There we go. Like a little
Little totem pole order.
Yep.
Wonderful.
There we go. Blair Witch finally wins at something.
This is peak unmatched fan content.
I didn't mean to do that. I give up.
All right, do we have to flip the table? The obligatory table flip.
I think we have to flip the table at this point. So,
All right, let's do
Do
it.
it.
thanks everybody for joining.
I want to see the VCRs go.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Bye. Thanks
Good night,
for tuning
everybody.
in. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.